Hey, salute everybody. I want to say happy Thursday, but I don't think it's so happy. I'm not happy. Um, Justice for Naziah Harris all days, every day. It's still justice for Naziah. It's gonna be forever and always with me, justice for Naziah. I'm waiting. I'm gonna let Maisha come up, and anybody can come up today. Um, I want to play real quick what Rain had to say. I want to play Rain. All right, y'all. I need y'all to tell me if this is true. I'm not big on social media, but somebody sent me this. I need someone to confirm this for me before I start crying. Is this for real? Did my baby finally get her justice? And you know what? He better snitch. If he is pleading guilty, he better snitch. And he better say everything. It's not full justice until the whole family gets locked up, including Shannon. But this is big. This is giving Naziah Harris is getting justice. I did do a reading, and I said she's stepping on everybody's neck. That guilt is eating him up. If I get to digging, I'm going to make a long video, but I need y'all to comment below and give me some information, please. I'm going to do just that. I'm going to do just that. Let me do my shout outs and then I want to get a little deep with y'all, okay? Hey, Sagittarius, what's going on? Hey, Honey 5K sis, Chick Simple Lady took a plea. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, research, and educational purposes, okay? Hey, Dale. Hey, Barbie. Hey, Drea. Rhapsody. Drea, thank you for becoming a member, sissy. Thank you for grabbing your green jacket. Hey, Crow Cotton. Rhapsody, thank you for being a member for 6 months. I appreciate you, sister. Hey, Talina, baby. She said justice for Naziah. Hey, Yachty. Hey, Kiki Boo. Chris Cake, sis. Queen Butterfly, sister. Mia's Creations. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, Karen, girl. Hey, TT. Hey, Sharon, girl. Hey, SP. Hey, Imperfectly, my boo. What's going on? I know, Erica. I know. Capricorn, what it do, sister? Time War. Samad. Yachty, my boo. Adjusted. Lola. Miss Dee Dee, what it do, sister? Demetrius. That's what I just told Rain the Fire. I said I'm so heartbroken. Hey, Miss Low-Key Lola. Thank you, sister. Thank you, Imperfectly. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, SPHJ. Thank you. Latasha Boss Lady, what it do, sister? Adjusted. She said I can't even make my normal hey post. I'm so motherfucking mad. Hey, LaDana, what it do, boo? Dee Dee, how you doing? Justice for this baby. Yachty gifted 5 memberships. If you got that membership from my sister Yachty, please tell her thank you. Thank you, Yachty. Hey, Purse. Hey, T Mills. Hey, Miss Freeman. How you doing? Hi, T Lady. Hey, Chris. What it do, girl? What it do? I miss you, boo. I need a drink. Me too. I definitely need a drink or two. I got some good weed in there. I can't even smoke it yet, y'all. Hey, Lakita. What it do, baby? Yeah, Lakita, I seen it. I'm by reading. Hey, Mocha Marley. Hey, Tammy C. Hey, Kelly, girl. Yeah, my heart is broken too. Hey, Erica Reed, baby. Can we get some pink hearts in the chat for Naziah? Pink and purple. Pink and purple. Hey, Jennifer. Just sad. Hey, everybody. Hey, Quiwana. It's just like a coward to cop a plea. Hey, Jam, yeah, baby. Yeah, it is. Hey, Candy Girl. All right, let's get to it. I invited Maisha up too. I wanted her to give her thoughts and stuff because Maisha's been one of those that's been heavy on TikTok and YouTube. Um, and stuff. Thank you, imperfectly. I just feel bad today. I feel bad today, um, and stuff. Yesterday I went live because I realized that Jarvis had a court date, and since he admitted to dumping her body in River Rouge, will they ever find her? Since that area has been searched before a few times, it's like we are at a standstill because we still don't have a body. Thank you, LaDana, for grabbing that membership, and that's true. And you know, it's time for, she did say Jarvis was talking. Rain of Fire did say that Jarvis was talking even when people was against it. No, he's not. No, he's not. I'm so mad. I can't believe this. Hey, Shay G, baby. Me too, Jamia. I'm angry too. I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, even though I know I'll never get the credit. For covering her case, and I'm okay with that. T West said, we here with it. Hey Miss B, what's going on, sister? I think that Mocha as well put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this. And Shank Rock, we covered it for a whole year up until now. And thank you, Tanika Sis. And we I'm new in the chats, but I love how you carry yourself in the commentary. Thank you, Miss Paula. I appreciate you. Um, was a lot of bullshit, along the way, But at the end of the day, me, Shank, Mocha, Maisha, even JJ, even JJ, as much as y'all don't like it, whatever, it was a lot put into finding shit out about these people. And I hate Kim Worthy right now more than anything. Um, I ain't even want to cry, but and shout out to Shank Rock for being like really Shank Rock standing on 10 pushing this case because we would set up many a nights and rack our brains and actually watch him cry sometimes because of the details I would share and talk to him about, and we had to converse and stuff like that about all the shit that happened to Nazaya, and it was kind of painful to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Sleepless nights, um, and stuff. Yeah, everybody put in a lot of hard work covering this case, and I knew once I found out that Janaya had a court case that he was gonna pussy out, because it was more to this story than we was ever ready for. Everybody was prepared, but I don't think y'all was really ready for everything that was. I prepared myself mentally. And so I was just being so silent on everything, the bullshit. Because I said if this girl really meant to me what I started off with at first before shit got hectic and chaotic, um, we was really on to something. And it's definitely wasn't the outcome. Nobody wanted Supreme. And they can go after Shannon. The question is, will they go after Shannon? Because as I was getting deeper into the case, I was ready for questions to be asked, and I kept wondering. And one question we didn't do, there go my man right there. Man, shout out to you, Shank Rock, because he is here, so I want to give him his flowers for staying consistent. And there was times when me and him both wanted to give up. and leave it alone. And just leave it alone and get away from it, because it kind of drifted away from Nasiah. I know on my part it did wholeheartedly, and I can stand on that and stuff. But I always listened to y'all, but I didn't. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Cause even as content creators, they always point out what we don't know. But I seen people as nurses and claim to be nurses and all of that. I was going to the hospital and I was asking questions that was in the transcripts. Yeah, James. Hey, Didi. I was asking real questions like, how do they know that the baby is Jarvis's? And one of my nurses said that, well, they have to have the baby. I said, so they don't have the body. They can just test it through her blood that was on the sweater. I explained the case to my nurse as I was going to the doctor, going for my surgeries and research. But see, we all want to pretend that we're somebody that we know everything and we don't. I said, can you test the blood? I knew he'd plead because he doesn't want the truth about the abuse to come out with the daughter's testimony. He'll never get to her to chat again, at least physically. That's true, Talina. It's true. And Kim Worthy was so adamant. We know for a fact that the baby is Jarvis Buds. So I played that for my nurse. Every time I went home to Kentucky, I played certain things for one of my nurses. And she said they have to have the baby. So I got a call last night from my source. My source told me that Jarvis was going to take that deal. At 12 o'clock last night. Matter of fact, 11. We stayed on the phone from about 11 to 12:30. I said, wow, really? She said, yeah. Maisha, what's going on, baby? Let me drop this link for you. And we always had hope that Nasiah was living, but I got to asking about the immunity. Thank you, the Kids Playhouse. Appreciate you. He's not taking it to trial. No, we're not going to trial. Because it was more than just Nasiah that Jarvis and Shannon. See, Shannon and them got off as of now. But the question kept arising, why they ain't charged him with the baby? I asked the source, why they never charged him with this baby? So we speculated, oh, well, if she's pregnant and, the law says that woo up in Detroit. No. Because Tiwana seen Nasiah. I dropped the link for you, Maisha. Tiwana seen Nasiah, and Tiwana said that Nasiah was skinny. Tiwana said that Nasiah was skinny. Hold on. Let me make sure I dropped it. I want Maisha to come up here. She knew nothing. Yeah. Hey, SM, she knew nothing. That's why they threw the case like it was a baseball game. Well, they played with the case. Hey, Almighty, they threw the case. They fumbled it. Y'all, I want to ask y'all seriously, what we've been looking at all of this time. Everybody thought that Jarvis's defense team was asleep. When really, Kim Worthy didn't really handed them the case, in a sense. Nobody recalled. Nobody took notes. Nobody took reports. They didn't want the math to start mathing. They were saying shit. Shannon Jones told Shannon Hurst that it was a homicide case. All the mistakes, absolutely. 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 All the mistakes that had been made before finding out everything, before really looking into the case. They had already had so much. Hey, Maisha, what's going on, sister?
Hey, Miss Parker.
Man, first let me come back to my thoughts in a minute. I want to say, um, flowers to you and your team on doing a tremendous job. You know, I don't rock with everybody, so you know what I'm saying. The ones I do rock with, I want to give y'all flowers while y'all in my presence and tell you how much I love you so much for your dedication, your hard work, your persistence, staying out of the drama while handling this baby's case with so much care and diligence. You done it with facts, receipts, never hearsay, and you put her name out there so elegantly, and your team with the petition and all of that. It's I know it would mean a lot to Naziah if she was here to see all these faces that's been in the chat with you and me and Toot and Shank and Mocha and JJ. I gotta put everybody's name out there, regardless how they covered it, because it's the truth. Maisha, you have been tremendous. You was ready to go, boots on the ground. You was anxious about this trial. How are you feeling?
Devastated.
What is devastating you right now when it comes to him taking a plea? Cause
What's devastating me about him taking the plea is that nobody had to get up there and have any accountability. Nobody had to answer for anything. Nobody had to answer for all the craziness that came out during this case. Nobody had to get up there and show the people any emotion, any sadness, any regret. Nothing. We got nothing. So, and then for him to take a plea deal, right? They give this man a plea deal. His charges are first degree murder, premeditated murder. How do he sign a plea deal before we have a body? How are we not able to lay her to rest before he can feel like a weight been lifted off his shoulder? Why is a weight lifted off of Shannon's shoulder? Why didn't she have to hold her head up in court and hear them ask about her not believing her daughter? So that's what I'm devastated about. That's what I'm devastated about the most. That they didn't have to answer for anything. That they get to have the weight off their shoulders and sleep tonight. And we still don't even have the baby. We don't have her. We don't
yeah.
know where she's at. We don't have a clue. We don't have a thought. We don't have an idea. We is the family now going to be willing to give her a funeral, even if we don't get her? Are we going to be able to finally celebrate her life? Because that was an issue too throughout this case. That they didn't want her nothing celebrated, nothing done because the case is ongoing, the case is ongoing, the case is ongoing. So what does it look like now for the people who have invested their time and energy into pushing for justice for these babies? Do they just go back in the corner and say, oh, I guess we got the justice that they thought we deserved?
Mm.
It's disgusting. I'm a mother. I have an 11-year-old daughter. It's disgusting. Because if I was a mom that had to walk out of court today and still don't know where my baby is, but this man got a plea deal, hell and high water would have happened. It's sick. It's disgusting. Kim Worthy should be disgusted with herself that she allowed her department to offer that man a plea deal before we had Messiah. If he was going to take a plea deal, we shouldn't have known about it to the wee hours of the night because all day the investigators been going to the place he was supposed to have left Messiah so we could get Messiah. So the report we should have got is Jarvis took a plea deal. He led us to the body. We had the body. Stay tuned for more developments. That's how it should have went. But now we getting Jarvis took a plea deal with nobody. Stay tuned for his sentencing.
It was said that he told them. Let me read it to you. What he said.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm disgusted too, and I know some of y'all feel like justice has been served, but for me it hasn't. It
Isn't
said
either.
Jarvis Butts admits to dumping teen's body. A source told Local 4 that Butts admitted to dumping Hurst's body in Rhodes River near Seven Mallenberg, where the police initially searched for the 13-year-old girl.
So if they go there and there's no sight, no remains, no nothing of Nasiah, does his plea deal get revoked? We need
That's
more answers. They didn't even put enough out surrounding his plea deal. They didn't give us enough regarding the plea deal for us to say, well, we got some kind of justice. We don't even know any. We all we know is the speculations around the plea deal. Until somebody is on camera saying they have her. Nothing about the plea deal makes sense to me.
mm-mm. And remember, y'all, what she's saying, what Maisha's saying makes sense because they said Butts admitted to dumping Hurst's body in Rouge River near Seven Mallenberg, where police initially searched for Nazai.
No, take it back even further, Miss Parker. They said a source said.
Hmm.
Do we know how what sources say can fail so much?
Hmm.
They said a source said. They didn't even say somebody official from the court said. I need an
Mm-mm.
official of somebody that's official from the court to say it. I want to see that documented, and I want to see those boots on the ground at the area they saying that he said she was at allegedly.
Hmm. Hmm.
They said a source said. The source can be Sheehan, and for I'm concerned.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we can't forget that the police already searched her, Maisha, correct?
Right,
And found nobody.
right.
So I'm sitting with Maisha when they go back, if the source is correct, and are we gonna see them out there searching for 13-year-old Nazaya? And if she isn't found, what? He still got to sign a plea without the body just because he said that's where he put her.
Then is if she not there and they go and that's where they put her and she's not there. Who did you tell?
Hmm.
Who did you tell where she was at for them to be able to move her?
Absolutely.
But she didn't just get up and walk off.
Absolutely. I really think that I wonder if he's going to now say, since they allowed him to take a plea deal, and we have to look at the victims too, the charges, some of the victims that they allegedly threw off the table.
Trauma.
They just took off as if their tragedy and trauma didn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? How do
Why
you feel
didn't he
about
get
that,
what?
Maisha?
Why didn't he get charged with child pornography? Because child pornography hold higher charges, higher sentencing than SA cases. So why did that get taken off the table when y'all said y'all had hours, hundreds of hours of child pornography from Jarvis? Why would that be taken off the table if that holds a higher charge than SA? How I don't even I knew it was bull. I knew it was bull when they kept adding them girls' cases to it. I kept saying 40 to 80 years, and I know for a fact it's child pornography, it's child multiple counts of child SA, child endangerment, child neglect. It's so
Trafficking, really?
tra-
Trafficking,
let
Mike.
that even that tra- it's so many higher charges that he should have been charged with the amount of kid. They deemed him a serial predator. How is a somebody that's a serial anything even get offered a plea deal?
Hmm.
A serial anything. How do they get offered a plea deal? That makes absolutely no sense across the board.
Lady LeMay, there's no trial. She said, I believe they have a body waiting for trial. There's no trial, Lady LeMay. Um, I'm agreeing with everything Maisha's saying. I want to kind of piggyback off of what you said about Shannon them, nobody being able to go to court. And I really think it was bigger than just Nazia's body because that was so easy to do for Jarvis. Um, you know, to tell that she's in River Rouge if that was the case. Um, It brings me to the baby
Mm.
that I was talking about.
I'm a mute so you can cook.
Yeah. That's why I said, can we talk about the baby? Because I know the family ain't going to want to hear this. But it was bigger than just Jarvis telling, thank you, baddie sis. It was bigger than just Jarvis saying where the baby was. When Roxy made this post about Shannon having an immunity and nobody believed it, everybody was like, did she have an immunity? Did she really have immunity? What? And truth of the matter is she did. And it wasn't because Roxy said it. I knew that. But I didn't know that what she had immunity for because nobody kept saying anything about where Naziah was. Or I didn't hear anything about a search. But I heard about that baby. And I want to know if they're going to ever tell the family the truth about what happened to that baby. Because it goes back to Tijuana saying when she seen Naziah, how did she say Naziah looked at everybody? How did she describe Naziah when she seen her? She said she was skinny. So my source is telling me, in other words, clue, giving me clues to break down this thing about the baby myself. She said thin and small. Absolutely. How was she thin and small? Everybody's like, she knew she was pregnant, but it took the source took me back to December. That's because she wasn't pregnant. When Tijuana saw Naziah, she wasn't pregnant on the night. Absolutely, Kiwana. When she made that post, a text message to Jarvis in November saying how much everything was heavy on her. It was too much for her to, yeah. And we kept wondering at the preliminary, why wasn't they asking anybody about her being pregnant? Worse, they not charging him with the baby. Like I said, everybody kept saying, well, she was this. But ain't nobody proved that she was pregnant. Nobody is saying anything. Because she already had that baby.
Miss Parker, all that one makes me feel like is Roxy, come back because you said she had a daughter.
Mm, mm. They always said it was a mistake. But it wasn't. And y'all was wondering, go back to the preliminary transcripts yourself when the woman was doing the DNA testing and everybody was like, yeah, if they don't know where Naziah is, how could they do all this DNA testing? Y'all was saying that, oh, they can go back and get her blood and get no. No messages in December spoke volumes. And ain't that when Shannon told Naziah to call the shop? Vari's baby is Vari's baby, but where's Naziah's baby? Ask Kim Worthless. Ask Shannon. Ask the net. And I wonder if Jarvis is going to tell that. I just wonder how long it was going to go over everybody's head, Maisha. Nobody ever really, just said anything about it. Everybody just always wondered why they never asked about her being pregnant. They skipped around it, but then Kim Worthless came to our face and said, I know for a fact Jarvis Butts is the father of Naziah's baby. And I knew then that baby was alive. I knew then that that's what Annette, that's the part she played. Annette didn't take Naziah's life. Mm-mm, mm-mm. But she knew about that baby. That's why when I went back to the I did that live and I set it up, Maisha, for Saturday because I said, let's listen to this. Because when I was playing the white ladies that first did it, and they did it when Nazaya first went missing. They was the first mediums to ever come across the case. And somebody kept hitting me up and said, go back, go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. Because even Kenya told me that that's how her and Roxy knew where to go look for clothing, was because of the white ladies. And the white ladies mentioned something, if y'all go back and remember, Mocha Unfiltered uncovered a church. Y'all remember that church? And it said Arabic, right? Maisha, it was awful weird. We just didn't know the ties of this church. But if you go to Jarvis's page, he says in the title, speaks English and speaks Arabic. Them white ladies that did that reading mentioned baby in church.
Miss Parker, when they had started telling me that Annette was a registered midwife, I knew something didn't seem right. When that other girl got up here and said that Sheena gave Nazaya abortion pills, I knew something wasn't right.
Mm. Hmm.
When they said she was in pain in school on the floor from the counselor's office, that sounded like contractions to me.
That's what it sounds like, don't it? It made everybody wonder why she wanted Nazaya to call Jarvis in December, Maisha. And when she called her in December, she said, ask Jarvis, do he need you? But when the judge asked her, she said, I wonder if Jarvis needed them at the shop. See, I got to listen to the wording of everything. When the judge asked her, she said if he needed them. You didn't tell Nazaya, though, to call and say, ask Jarvis, do he need y'all? She said, ask Jarvis, do he need you? And if everybody goes back to what Jarvis was doing in December, what was he doing? He was looking up antidotes to cause an abortion. Right, Maisha? In December.
That's right.
Hmm. That's why they was trying to say it was premeditated. But the premeditation didn't take Nazaya life from what they were saying. Think about it, y'all. The premeditation was him looking up abortion, ways to cause an abortion, not ways to take Nazaya's life. See, they was messing up the case as they was going along. They was playing in everybody's faces. Kim Worthy's been playing in everybody's face with this case, and it's almost like the think that black people are stupid, Maisha. I've been watching the pieces crumble and I've been waiting to see. I thought we was gonna go to trial, and that's why I was always saying, are the real questions gonna be answered? Because Jarvis was looking at ways to abort a baby, not ways to unalive Nazaya. Did they say who killed Nazaya? He just said he the one who dumped her. He got a plea deal for saying I dumped her over there. What happened to her, Maisha?
Well, Miss Parker, people was mad at me because for a long time in my live stream, I would say, as nasty as this sound, and as much as I know this ain't a thing, they were in love. He was not trying to get rid of her.
Hmm. You know they get mad when you say that. Girl,
But
they
she thought she was in love with him, and he made her feel like he was in love with her. So it's no way around it but that.
and I want to know if you can tell us where her body is. Why couldn't that stand for what he did to her? Cause y'all
You can
already
tell us
searched
where
it.
her body is. Why did you wait all of this time to tell us?
Mm, mm. Yeah, we know he pled guilty to second degrees, Lakita. And that would explain why people felt she was still alive. Absolutely, Empress Cherry. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying, Maisha. Why? Wait all this time to say, oh yeah, well y'all already checked. That's why I did it. Ain't that easy to say, Maisha? Ain't that so simple to say that's the area? He know they searched that area and didn't find her. It was on the news. So where I'ma send them at? Maisha, I'm gonna send them back over there where they never found her. Wouldn't you, Maisha?
I
If it
have
was,
a question because I'm not. I know you can answer this because I'm not really versed. Is this not the same place they found her belongings? This not the same place.
yeah.
Uh, mm, mm, mm.
Same place they found the belongings, but nobody remember they had border patrol agent and everything out there. Remember the border patrol agent said he took a report, but when the defense asked him, he didn't take a report. Y'all remember the lies that was being told? Come on, Maisha. It's all it was right there in our face. The same place they found the clothes but never found the body is now where he is sending them to say, yeah, that's why I took her. I dumped her there. And it's funny because as much as I know people don't believe in the medium's aid, always not one of them ever seen it in the water. Not one. She said, "Yeah, I feel like he's just saying whatever because he ain't going to admit." Mm-hmm. He got a slap on the wrist for this one, Maisha, didn't he?
I seen people get that kind of charge with one charge, like get that kind of time with just one charge. So, I not with a list of charges. So, child.
Maisha, did you ever ask yourself when you was reading the transcripts, why are they bringing up two girls from a decade ago? Versus why didn't y'all get them charge him then and this wouldn't have happened to Naziah? Go back and look at the dates on the charges, Maisha, of JW and MJ. That was from almost 10 years ago.
I'm a look. I'm a look.
10 years. We in 2025 by the time they start bringing them into the case. That's 10 years because that was 2015. How did y'all know to go back 2015, 10 years ago to add charges on this monster? Now, why do you think they said they went back a decade? I'm just asking. Bree said she was moved to the water from over by the dog. And deals can be revoked, but it is difficult once accepted by the judge. Defendants can withdraw pleas before sentencing if they show fair and just reason. I think that's what it needs to happen.
I have a
I think
question. I have a question, Miss Parker, and I know if anybody knows this, you do. We got the transcripts from Janiyah testifying to what happened to her. What
mm-hmm.
about those other young ladies? Their cases got binded over. Why are we not able to know what they said happened and when it happened to them? Because I haven't gotten a hold of that stuff. Have you?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
Ask the team. I was just talking to my team about it. I said it's awful funny that, and remember, not even that, Maisha, they didn't even have what's it called? The numbers, case numbers. They
so
didn't even
how is their cases bonded over? Janiyah was the only one that had like a preliminary hearing outside of Nazaya's case. But I'm just in.
and you know, one of my team members asked me, they said, Miss Parker, I don't want to sound bad about this, but she said, I really think that Kim Worthless is doing some crooked shit by throwing cases on Jarvis. And I was against it. Maisha, I was. Up until, like you, the same question you just asked, I said the same thing. I said, what I asked y'all today in the group, y'all, I had a Discord with my members and my moderators. What did we just say in that Discord, y'all? I said, where is they cases? Where's their preliminaries? Even when the judge was asking Miss Ripley, oh, I haven't got a case number from you. But where did it come from? Where did it come? Where's their preliminary? Janiyah had a preliminary. Where is their preliminaries? Because they should have been at the Janiyah, correct, Maisha? Oh,
And if
before.
their cases was sealed because they're minors, we would have never known about that they had a case against him. That would have not even been binded over to Nazaya's case because they wouldn't have been able to use any discovery, any evidence. any witnesses or anything like that. The cases was sealed. So I'm confused.
Absolutely. Urge your answer. Urge your answer. Kim Worthy, Kim Worthy and them was being so corrupt. That's why I was saying pay attention. It's big. It's still bigger than what we know because now we'll never get the answers. And Kim Worthy made sure of that. She knew when they went and did that right there, Maisha. That's really what was messing. That really put light to the fire of the case. What you said, them two cases, and he said even the judge. If y'all go back to that court date, he was like, "Who are they? What they case numbers? I'm gonna get some case numbers for you today on them too." And that was 10 years ago cases, y'all. I said, how in the I'm reading the paper. Matter of fact, where they at? Right here. Let me see. I'm gonna get it. I looked at him, I said, wait a minute. How is this possible? What we doing? Kim Worthy, what you really got going on? Because see, Kim Worthy allowed Shannon and them to play in her face where, you know what I'm saying, they didn't do what they were supposed to do. Because this is my thing. Everybody keep wanting to know why they didn't search. Yeah, here it goes, September 16th. The one I'm looking for. They never searched the next house because y'all got to remember Naziah was just a runaway. Was she not, Maisha? She wasn't considered
For a full
unalive.
30 days, she was a runaway.
She was a runaway. So what they at the time was searching Annette's house for? Everybody had 30 days to clean up. She's moving and shit by this time. So they weren't looking for a body. I want to know who gave George Hurst what did he have to say that Naziah was unalive? He said it was a homicide before he gave it to DPD, Maisha. Did he not?
When
I don't know.
he said he went to the school, right? He didn't check her locker. He didn't do anything. He didn't recover any person. I said, wait a minute. He ain't check her locker. He ain't talked to her friends. What kind of investigation he did at that school for a missing person?
But he ended up saying it was a homicide, Maisha.
He did. He did. He did. He did.
How could you if you never checked the locker? Come on, y'all, follow me. If you never checked the locker or never talked to her friends, who told you she was unalive? Huh. He never named Jarvis as a suspect, remember? Who told you that Naziah was unalive? Everybody got to remember when he did 40 years, Mark D did 40 years of CPS, he said, we no longer looking for a child, we looking for a body. I always said to y'all, who told Mark D she was gone? Jarvis was in jail at that time. Nobody thought about that though, did they or did y'all? I mean, they been saying she was unalived. Who told? Come on, Maisha, who told them that she was gone? Because remember when Shannon Hurst, when the defense said to Shannon Jones that Shannon Hurst said you told her niece, well, it was a homicide. She said, well, I wouldn't say I said it in them words. I couldn't have said it because we hadn't even started the proper investigation to deem it as a homicide. Well, wait a minute. Who told Hurst it was a homicide? That's all I'm asking. And then we had Lisa Johnson saying it was a cold case file, Maisha. Hell, it just started. Y'all got, yeah, I came to do the cold case file. It was the wording for me. She said this happened before they came out with this. Absolutely. He definitely said that. I know he did. I know he did. Hey, Mika. I also read in the article that he dumped her body March 9th, 2024. Who dumped her body? Jarvis was in jail. Maisha, you reading that? Not send me that article. Not he dumped on. You know what, y'all? I'm not about to do this. The lies, baby, the lies are lying. Even the fact that if y'all go back to the Border Patrol agent, he said that the clothes out there was fresh. Thank you, Shishi, baby. Didn't the Border Patrol agent say that the clothes hadn't been out there not even 30 days? Jarvis was in jail. Who was planting clothes and shit? Who is planting clothes? Them clothes was fresh per the Border Patrol agent. But they still stuck to Jarvis. That's how I knew when I was reading this shit on in black and white on paper, Maisha. I said, they're lying. They're covering up for somebody.
You know, it was the thing, they got me with them the few days after Nazia's disappearance, the things that they were doing, filing a police report against the little girl for a fight that happened months prior,
Mm-hmm.
Shannon
Mm-hmm.
petitioning to get DNA tests done on her baby.
Stop right
Those
there,
things,
Maisha. Hold up, pause.
okay.
Maisha, did you ever get the paperwork about that when Shannon went and did that?
So I seen on a website where it was saying that she had petitioned to get the that on that next day. I seen that, but I didn't see like the results of it.
I gotta send you some results. It was kind of crazy because it was a lot of DNA tests. And I was like, well, hell, I know she can't be
It was
getting
a
DNA
lot of
tests.
DNA tests. It was a lot
Um,
of DNA tests.
Stop right there, Maisha. Can we talk about that baby? Can we talk about that baby, y'all? Wasn't it a lot of DNA, Maisha? Didn't you see that?
I seen it. I seen it. It was a lot of DNA tests.
And it was
The
question marks by a couple of them. Did you ever see that, Maisha?
That's why I said I didn't see the
Huh?
results. That's
Huh?
exactly why I just said I didn't see any results.
If y'all go back and get that test, I'm gonna go back in my records, Maisha, and I'm gonna get them results. I'm gonna text them to you, okay?
Okay.
I want you to look at them real close. How some of them look like they was inconclusive, like how they was how the babies was being tested. That some of them kind of came back like as if he wasn't the father or it wasn't her baby. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just
Yes, please
weird.
send it over to me. Please send it
I
over to
remember
me.
it kept going back and forth until like April, and you know what I'm saying? How the test was. If anybody remember, we covered it. We covered it just a little bit. You know, the test just didn't look right, and people was thinking, well, didn't Jarvis have another baby by somebody, and Shannon allegedly took the baby? It was all kind of scenarios because those tests wasn't looking right when it came to that DNA. But I digress. Go ahead, Maisha. What you was gonna say after the Shannon taking the DNA and that going to file charges on the young lady. Go ahead, Maisha.
Those things didn't make sense to me. The actions within 72 hours after her disappearance didn't make sense. We were listening to Annette's testimony today, and Annette made a comment that I was running around doing some errands. And I said, I wonder if in trial, this before Jarvis took the plea deal, I said, I wonder if in trial, are they going to ask her to elaborate on what errand she was doing? Because how do they get to just throw things out there and just casually get it passed by? Because then Sheena got on the stand and said her mom was out picking the other kids up. So was you running errands or was you picking the other kids up? These are I'm only throwing things out there that has bothered me.
Hmm.
That's something that bothered me. Those things bothered me. How they both moved that 72 hours after Nazia's disappearance just didn't sit well with me. The fact that Lady was there when they went to the school the next day and everybody made it like they could never find Lady. This is what I pointed out. I said, for them to not have been able to find Lady, but she was there the next day Nazia went missing to report her. She was there for the damn balloon release that Roxy threw. And then she was on a live stream in a car with another cousin. So is she hiding from the family or is she being hidden by the family?
Hmm. I thought Annette said she didn't fool with her. She said she got to the school at 8:30. So I said, well, hell, did Lady spend the night? Because what time did you pick Lady up? And how
That's
far
what
was
I'm
she from?
saying. How if Lady didn't supposed to live in the same place y'all live, right? Didn't wasn't it said that Lady didn't even live in Detroit, and they had to get her to come? She had to come or something. How? How? This is exactly why I never was willing to listen to Barbie's interview, because Barbie interviews always was different from what they were saying. What they were saying was different from Barbie. Barbie was pushing the narrative. We was out there that night looking for her. It was all of us. My aunt, this. We was in a van. We was out there that night searching for her. My grandma called the cops at this hour and this. And then his grandma said she didn't call the cops. The school did. So it's so many holes. That's why I'm disgusted that nobody has to get on their stand and answer these questions. Because y'all put this stuff out there, but then y'all don't have to respond to it.
And it's crazy that you said that about Vari, because Florentino jumped on Mark D's live a month after Nazai went missing and said my mom called the police the same day. And if y'all go back and look at that text
I've
message that
went
was
over Florentino so many times, I know his whole thing by heart.
mm, mm. If you go back and look at that message that was out about Shannon, anybody got those text messages on hand on deck? They said, who is at the house? They said, school police or the DPD. She said, the Detroit Police Department. And Shannon even put in her missing flyer, if y'all go back on the 11th, and said, contact Detroit Police Department if you see her. I'll wait. She didn't say the school police, Maisha. Remember? Y'all go back and look at those text messages that Shannon had out. And they asked her, is it the school police or the DPD at the house? She said DPD. They said DPD didn't know, Maisha, but Officer Gardner is DPD. She's not school police, she's DPD. Okay, Maisha, go ahead, baby. Go ahead. She's DPD. She's very much DPD. Oh, nobody wants to talk about that though. Mm. Kim Worthy. As I look at these right here, it's the transcripts for the 16th, right? Right there, just so y'all can see the date. Transcripts for the 16th. This is when they talk about MJ and JW. Let me read them. Can I read it? Y'all don't mind me reading just a little bit, T.I., right? Just to get to the corruption part of it, when the cases, when it started getting real for me. This is when it started getting real, when I got these and we was confused because we was reading them and stuff, and at work listening. All right, Virginia. Is that why Shannon went down there to do the DNA test? All y'all gotta do is go back. Let me get these results out of my phone so I can post them on my community wall. A matter of fact, they are posted on my community wall. I posted them a while back on my community wall. Um, James Pryor stated that you can take the they can take the plea deal off, because I'm with Maisha on this. I stand in agreement with Maisha. Hey, shining light baby, how you doing, Bookie? Um, what is the latest on this case? He took a plea deal. Tamar, hold on now. Let me check my messages, cause ain't no telling. Okay, okay, yeah. Let's go live later. I got Bree coming, y'all. Let me see. Let's go, Bree. Thank you, Bree. Bree said, I told y'all she was in that river. Thank you, Dee sis. Thank you, sissy. She said, I'm just seeing this. She said, good. I told y'all she was in that river, and we can go live later about it. Because I hit Bree up. I want Bree to talk about the baby. Yeah, Jarvis took a plea, Moj. I feel like I'm trying to process it out, and Nazaya became my baby too. So naturally, we're all heartbroken by this BS. She said, Tanika said, I can't wait. What about Shannon sitting there making a statement? They think she's running around with an older male. How she, come on, April? All that, April. Also, can anyone explain why Roxy is active again on Facebook? Will she not be active? I love you too, Diddy sis. Well, I really want to know why Jarvis not taking anyone else down with him. What's the real reason? Will he take anyone down with him is the question. Because they're gonna ask, did anybody else know? You know what I'm saying? That you took her, they're gonna ask questions. They're not just gonna go look for Nazaya without asking questions. It's much bigger. It seems like a trafficking ring cover up. Jazzy. I mean, it was trafficking because he was paying the kids. You know what I'm saying? The judge can override the plea. That's what everybody's saying, that the judge. Let's pray that. Let's pray that the judge overrides this plea. Because again, to me, it's kind of salty and kind of weird that Jarvis sent them over to a place that the police already checked that area. It does. It just seems kind of fishy. It sounds good. You know what I'm saying? To me, it just sounds good. Like, oh, let me send them over here where they already checked. If they don't find her, the police should be off the table. I agree, shining light. I agree 100%. She said, I'm sick. I know, sis. Well, say they haven't announced that they found her. That's what I'm saying, Lola. That's what she's saying. That's what Shining Light's saying. If they don't find her, I think the police should be off the table, because we do know for a fact that was an area that was heavily searched, not lightly searched. That was where he pinged to. So that was automatic searching and stuff. Her father was even still living at the time that they was doing this. I think they giving the family too much grace. Absolutely. Tamar, in order for him to take the plea deal, he had to tell them where she at. Yeah, TT, no, Tamar, that's what we saying now. I think if they don't find her, and it's been 2 years, y'all. Y'all gotta think it's been 2 years. And I don't think it was fair to just ask him like, and that be the place of all that. Like, he got the easy way out. That's why they kept saying she worked at the shop. He was covering up paying her for sex. Absolutely, Stephanie. Ain't that what he was doing? Hey, Miss Adventures, baby. What it do, Bookie? Y'all make sure y'all follow Miss Adventures on TikTok, okay? I ain't see you go live. He's a coward, girl. More than just that, girl. Love. Ugh. I don't even got no words right now, Miss Adventures. I ain't never been lost words when it comes to talking about them, but baby, today I'm praying they take the plea off. She said the Alper case, the woman gunned down that guy and she got 10 years plea deal. And if y'all want to come up, y'all welcome to come up. I just wanted Maisha to come up and share her thoughts. She was pretty emotional today. She couldn't even talk when she called me this morning. She was, I didn't know what to say about her. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt, Miss Adventure. I was just heartbroken, and Maisha expressed more words than I could. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't even do her live, y'all. She was like, I'm on my live and I'm on the phone with you. And I could tell she was just crying. I could just tell she was broke down and really messed up. So the judge, so I'm reading the 16th. I want to just kind of break it down when I knew shit was getting salty. Okay. Crazy, the aunt and cousins need to be charged as well, because I heard them text messages, and wow is all I'm gonna say. Yeah, Shannon definitely said that DPD was there. I guess we're gonna skip past that. I don't know. Justice will not be what we want. We want justice for Nazaya and her baby. Yes. So Judge Sabri told everybody to sit down. She said not Judge Sabri. This is the new judge. What's his name? I don't even remember his name. You know what I'm saying? Judge Hathaway, girl. I don't feel like they'll find me neither, Jennifer. They already searched the area. It's been 2 years. She is Evelyn, very much so. I looked it up. If they don't local, he goes to trial. Google said it on his case. Okay, Nessie, say it again. Nessie. Nessie said if they don't find her, they said Google said he goes to trial. So will we have a trial? Yeah, thank you, Shining Light Girl. Look, my head and mind is over everywhere. Do y'all think if they don't find her, it goes to trial? What'd you Google, Nessie? Let me see. Let me Google it real quick. I'm getting so many texts, man. Say. You said you seen that on his paperwork. She said he had to tell them something to even get the plea. So if they don't find the body, he lied and the deal is off the table. Okay. They're burying Jarvis, but the rich and the famous are walking around free and murders. And murders. Wait, I'm Kate, Miss Parker. What's going on? Jarvis took a plea. Yeah, Kate. He took a deal. Yeah, I googled it and it said that as well. His statement has to be truthful. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, y'all, this is getting interesting. They said that. So does that mean they gotta find her? Does that mean because y'all gotta remember it's been 2 years? Do they have to find Naziah or the deal is off the table? She said, I googled if they don't find the body. Mm, I thought I had to tell them where she's at to get the plea. Yeah, Evelyn, like that's like me saying, he had to tell them something to even get a plea. So if they don't find the body, he lied. The deal is off the table. There was no stipulation on the table for him. Explain that to me. What you mean a stipulation? Chick simple lady. The stipulation, like if we don't find her, the plea is still good, or what you mean by stipulation, sis? The Harris family keep adding to this massive goose chase like Naziah wasn't human. So his trial date will stay the same until they find her. Oh, is that what that means? Evelyn, his plea didn't consist of that from what's being put out there. Mm. Send it to me here, Nancy, real quick. Okay, now this is then I can go with this. Chick Simple Lady is my go to for certain things, so I'm gonna see what she says. Despite the guilty plea, Naziah's body has not been found. Though Butts has agreed to provide truthful statements regarding the body of Naziah Harris as part of his plea deal under terms and conditions. I'm so mad. Me too, Kiki. That's on several news stations right now. If that was the stipulation. Okay, so you saying if that was so you saying that the stipulation has they have to have a stipulation of we gotta if there's no body, then we're going to trial. Okay, Kamisha saying they have to find her. Yes, he has to. Okay. It says he admitted to dumping the teen's body in March. Sis, okay, let me see, because y'all know that's a lie. He must have meant January 9th because he was in jail. Let me see. The man who pleaded guilty to murdering missing Detroit teen Naziah Harris admitted to dumping her body. Jarvis Bus was charged with numerous felonies in 2025 in connection with Naziah Harris's disappearance and murder, as well as separate sexual assault cases involving an 8-year-old relative. Harris 13, J.E. Clark Preparatory Academy went missing. Her body has not been found. On February 12th, just under 2 weeks before his scheduled trial was scheduled to begin, Butts entered a guilty plea in 6 different cases during his pre-trial hearing. Butts pleaded guilty to one count of according to the court records, also sentences were run concurrently. He's expected to be sentenced on March the 12th. So are they giving him to March the 12th, everybody? Officials previously said that officers found an inside-out pink jumpsuit, a black jacket, and a red and black shoe near the intersection of 7 Mile and Berg when they initially were searching for her. A U.S. Border Patrol officer assisting in the case previously testified in the court that the clothing he found had not been there for a long period of time. Let's talk about it. And no evidence of animals getting into it. He described the clothing looked fresh. Let's stay there for a minute, because let me see. A witness also testified in court that she found Hurst's school ID on the sidewalk near 7 Mile and Evergreen, about a mile and a half away from where Butts admitted to dumping the teen's body in March 2024. Because that's when I think when they're saying March, they're saying that she found the ID, because she did find the ID in March. Where do it say the stipulations? Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming adjusted. Okay. That's what they sent me. Okay. It said the people agree, count 2 sexual abuse activity, criminal sexual conduct, and all of that. Withdraw notice to enhance sentence as to count 1, 35 years to 60 years. No contact with the Ned Harris or family of Naziah Harris. Agreed to provide truthful statement regarding the body of Naziah Harris, any restitution if applicable, any other terms and conditions as set by the court, costs and fines. Um, it said provide truthful statement regarding the body of Naziah Harris, but I don't understand it. So if that's the case, then why is his sentencing? Come on, Jennifer, let's go. He's being sentenced on March the 12th. There goes the documents he signed. He has to recover her body. Yeah, it did say he has to. Well, it just says he has to provide truthful statement regarding the body of Naziah Harris. So that is saying that he has to be truthful. But ain't it? That's what I'm saying, y'all. It's easy to say that, for them to say that, but 2 years, 2 years. Maybe they didn't have to put. He has to tell where she's at in writing. Maybe it was just by now they put it in writing, Lola. So I didn't see it till it went viral. He has a sentencing date though. They better find her fast if he's to be sentenced on March 12th. Wait, so he admitted to killing her He told he put the body. Yes, Tamar, girl. Girl, yes. They still putting out lies, shaking my head. I got it, Nessie, baby. Terms and conditions have to be met. Okay. So, Supremely Petty said I had to get down. Get down from where, Supremely Petty? Is Supremely Petty Maisha? And the platform's open, y'all, if y'all want to come up here and kick it and talk about it. So are we? Can we agree that I came out of jail for a day or two? If they didn't say it in his paperwork, then they can't take it back. It did say that. It said in his paperwork. It just said he has to be truthful. It said agree to provide truthful statement regarding the body of Naziah Harris. The body. It said regarding the body. It is on paperwork. It's like saying, I'll give you this if you give me that. But if they don't get that, then what chicks and that's what I'm asking. If they don't get that, what does it mean? Stephanie, but do they have to put that in writing though? You would think so, but I haven't seen nothing saying he had to tell where she was. Yeah, it's in paper, y'all. It's right here. I didn't upload anything, but it's right here. It's right there. At the bottom, right there. It's in writing. No, dang, chicks and play. I'm so behind. What? No, on what part? My thing is when they present plea deals, they need to give up the information first in order, and that's what my issue was saying, y'all. When was this hearing scheduled? Today. Yes, he got till then to tell them. That bastard took the plea. Exactly. This is crazy. It's like they tell on themselves so freely, like they made sure to say the clothes weren't fresh, so they're implying. But if you go back, the clothes was planted when they found the clothes was in March, and for him to say the clothes was fresh, Jarvis was in jail. We don't know if there was any stipulation, right? They don't have a stipulation in there on that paper. Then I don't know what they said to him on other paperwork, but it just said he has to be honest, truthful about where the body of Naziah is. And that's just like me saying 2 years later, yeah, I threw in the ocean. I threw him in the ocean 2 years ago. Let me see what you said, Nessie. Probably the same thing everybody else sent me, because everybody else is sending me the. Okay, Nessie, let me see. Okay, Nessie sent me one saying, based on the reports regarding the case of Jarvis Butts and the disappearance of 13-year-old Naziah Harris, the proposed deal was not accepted. Here are key details regarding your query. Jarvis Butts was offered a plea agreement in early 2026 that carried a 40-year. Ain't that old though? What's the date on this, Nessie? Because he didn't take the deal? I don't know. Because he took the deal. Because this is talking about in January 2026 when he didn't take the deal. The body. A source previously claimed that Butts admitted to dumping the girl's body in the Rouge River, but as of the time the plea was offered, the body had not been recovered. Outcome: because he refused the deal, he is likely facing a trial for the charges. If a plea deal includes a condition that the defendant must reveal the location of the body, failure to do so typically voids the agreement. In this case, he did not accept the deal to begin with. But see, that says January. That's like not is that's not a date now, like, right? Because I need to see the dates on this. Yeah, Chin Simple Lady, he took the plea. He must have met all the conditions if they're going to sentence him in March. So Stephanie feels like he must have met all the conditions if they're going to sentence him in March. How did they sneak this pre-trial in on us? Yeah, I said it last night that he had court supreme petty. So what I'm looking at, this plea deal he signed. I mean, we're fresh. Sorry. This really makes me mad. I know he took the plea. That's why I want y'all to hit the panel, because y'all keep saying he took the plea. We know he took the plea, but one person is saying, "Yeah, if they don't get the body, it could do this," and people saying, "But he took the plea." We know he took the plea. I need y'all to just explain one time. We know he signed. If they don't find Naziah, what happens next is all I'm asking. Jennifer said it sounds so final. Them aunts and grandma needs to be charged. Wonder why they specified a net. Yeah, they did. I said that too. I said it to the girls earlier. Wonder why they just said he cannot contact Annette in the hearses. You get what I'm saying? It's almost like, did he want them to get ahead of things and they're cutting off the pipeline for them to where can't nobody move her, can't nobody do nothing as far as clothing, nothing, anything that was left or that they did, what of it? You know what I'm saying? She said, yes, it's vague. I'm working, so just getting here. He's going to say where her body, he did say where her body is. He did. She said, right, I just read it. Listen to the language. It's part of truthful statement, including location. I was doing some like research on this case. There is a drain tunnel right near where they found Naziah's clothing. We heard about that drain. Too vague. No, because Kim Worthless wants this to go away. I believe that, Supreme. Bree said they dumped her. He lying because we know where her body has been moved so many times. And I think that's why they cut off the pipelines. He has to give factual evidence that she was there. If not, the plea goes away. That's all I wanted to know. But will they use the factual evidence as the clothing that she was there? Because you're saying he has to give factual evidence that she was there. That's where they found all the clothes, Time Warp. You get what I'm saying? Oh, she said it didn't say a body had to be recovered. Let me go back. Yeah, it didn't. It didn't say that. It didn't. It didn't say that. You're right. It says he has a had. It just said agreed to have to provide truthful statement regarding the body of Naziah. So Chick Simple Lady saying read the language of it. It didn't say a body had to be recovered. Butts agreed to provide truthful statement regarding the body of Naziah as a condition of his plea. DPD doing what they want to do. So to me, it don't matter what Google is saying. They railroading this case and allow Monster and say, yeah. So basically, I guess you guys, they're saying that as long as he said where she was, what he did with her, y'all threw in the river. Okay, please deal good. Please do, basically, because to me, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's just like me getting a plea to say what I did with the body. I threw him in the ocean. I mean, hell. That's why I wasn't making sense, and I'm glad y'all clarified that. That drain is owned by a relative of that guy who owned the property where the garage was. Once again, YouTube did more and better reporting on this so-called than real news. Man, Jerry, lot of sleepless nights. This is so sick. None of the family went to court today. I'm actually a man. Okay. Sorry about that, Tamar. It's Lamar. Okay, but in there it's got a T. I'm sorry, Lamar. Sorry about that. I don't know why they got a T right there in the front of that. I apologize. Butts agreed to provide truthful statement regarding the body of Naziah Harris as a condition. So that could mean a lot. Yeah, misadventures, that's what I'm saying. He screwed anyways. They are ready to hang themselves again. After 2 years, frustrating. Hopefully the plea will be revoked off the table. Hey, the Petty Cruella.
Hi, Miss Parker. We're two different people, but no. What I'm saying is, I want Shannon and that and Marquita even more now because at this point, Kim Worthless has played in all of our faces way too much, and I do know that with this case, now I have to pivot and see how we're going to handle it because I do know that the Attorney General's office is looking at and monitoring the petition that we currently have up. Here's the thing. I'm trying to get somebody that's in Detroit to start going to these city council meetings to ask for why is this happening? Why was this allowed to happen? And why are they not charging these women? Because until we keep applying pressure, those three women are going to get away with it to me. I need for everybody to just do their part so that because Kim Worthless, as you named her, she wants this case to go away. She wants us to shut up. She wants nothing. She don't want the publicity off of this case at all. So the more we talk, the more she's going to be uncomfortable because they
Hmm.
even changed the time because if you remember the original plea said 40 to 80. That's no longer the amount.
Mm.
That's
Yep.
no longer the amount. So you lessen the time for him, which means he possibly, I know people are saying, well, he won't get out. I'm not so sure about Michigan right now and their laws. Because clearly they let him out when they feel like it.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I'm at a loss because this has really devastated me today. This was not on my bingo card. But I will be going to plan B and C far as getting those women arrested. So just look out, keep your ears open. I have another plan. I've always had plan B and C. So we will get this done. This
Let
is
me ask
not going to shut
you
us
a
up.
question. Let me
Go
ask you a
ahead.
question. Did you feel like they fumbled the case?
I know they found the case, and I proved that. And I don't know if you saw the email that I sent out to the district to the state's attorney's office as well as the mayor's office as well as the attorney general's office. I listed all of their fumbles from every department. I went through and gave every listing just like I get when I went through that. I asked them, I gave them the law 238 of 1975 that says that Shannon and Annette and Marquita should have been charged as a co-conspirator, and I'm asking why aren't they charged? Oh, I went and found the laws and the statutes for them and also put that in the email. So they didn't even have to look for nothing. Everything was right there for them.
Mm.
And this is what she did.
Mm.
And I've called Kim Worthy's office for the past month and a half, for 3 times a week. And that lady has yet to call me back. But it's fine because I'm going to keep getting on her nerves. Now I'm going to really get on your nerves.
How you feel about this one before you get at her? Because then I want to get to Miss Adventures because I know she's ready to go. She said, so the judge scheduled a sentencing without having answers other than, I dumped her body over there somewhere where you'll never find her.
That blew me because I'm like, when did they schedule this hearing? When did they schedule this hearing? Because this hearing was not on
It
nothing.
wasn't. It
It,
wasn't.
it
It,
wasn't nowhere.
my one of my moderators, Goddess, actually looked it up and she said, Miss Parker, Jarvis got court in the morning at 9:30. And I said, what? So I was like, well, let me go live and say it. She's like, but they just put it on her. She said, because I've been checking every day and it's not been on her. She said they just put it on her. So they threw it on her to throw us off.
Yesterday.
Yeah, they threw it on her to throw us off for sure.
They did it yesterday.
Yes, absolutely.
All I'm
Absolutely.
gonna say is I've been saying that this is a bigger picture to this case. I do feel like, and I hate to say this, I feel like there was some powerful politicians that was caught up behind this case, and to get everybody off, they got away. They getting it out the way because it's too many. It's too many minors involved in this case for somebody not to take a look at it. And for all these departments to get away with dropping the ball, just saying, oh, okay, I dropped the ball, my bad. I'm not going to tell y'all what the changes we made are. But just know we made changes, though. What? Y'all telling us y'all made changes, but won't tell us what the changes are.
Absolutely.
And I really feel like if Detroit Police Department had have done their job when they got that letter from CPS, that baby would still be alive.
Mm-hmm.
But they let it sit on somebody's desk. Why is that? I've never heard of the police department that has firsthand knowledge of a predator, a serial predator, still being around kids, and they do nothing. I've never. This is the first case I've heard of that.
Me too.
And for them to tell one of the witnesses, "Oh, we can't corroborate your story, so there's nothing we can do for you." But then you later get this letter from CPS about that same incident, and they're telling you you need to investigate, and you still don't look at it.
Mm. Mm.
It's wild. It's beyond wild. It's damn ridiculous. I'm not gonna stop trying to get these women arrested. They going down because they were co-conspirators.
Yeah.
They were co-conspirators. They willingly sent these babies to these men, to that man,
Mm.
and they knew. And because they got on the stand and said they knew, and the fact they still ain't been charged, this is gonna make me fight even harder for them. Because I want justice for more than just Naziah. I want justice for Janiyah, Brooklyn, all those the young lady that had the baby by him. I want to make sure that they all know that they are all cared about. Because if we look at it, we've always been saying Naziah, Naziah, but those other victims are dealing with this every day.
Mm-hmm.
And those children deserve justice as well. And 35 years is a smack in everybody's face.
Yes.
It's a smack in the face.
Mm-hmm.
They gave him a plea deal for the 4-year old.
Mm.
He had a plea deal for that. So if he didn't, and he came right home and did it right again. So why would you give him another plea deal, Kim? Worthless.
Come on. They down there asking for the information. Can you put the information of how to get in touch with them and what to do in the chat and put your
Yes,
name down
I
there so I
will.
can mind you
I'm
up
getting
so
ready
you
to take
can
down
drop your
now,
petitions.
and I'll do it. I got y'all. Thank
Okay.
you.
Go in the chat and mind you up so you can give the information. Thank you. Miss Adventures, come through. I know you're heartbroken. I know it's
It's a
been a crazy
mess.
day.
But my main thing that I was going to say is verbiage is everything when we're reading those pleas and when that information is put out. The way that it was worded about him giving truthful statements about Naziah's body, and I know that we can twist and spin, it's just that the way that it's worded that got me thinking like that could possibly lead to some another person being involved in some form or fashion. Not to say
Mm.
allegedly. I'll go ahead and
Hmm.
put that on or with that. But verbiage is important. I haven't sat down and read it yet because I'm at work as well. But this is a miss. And then I also seen, and I don't know if it's related or not, but they did find a body in Detroit on Sunday, but they haven't released any details about said body.
Mm. Where they
They
found the
found the body
body at?
wrapped up. I think it said Windward and 7 Mile. Hold on, let me see.
Wow. Give us that information. Uh, Spiritual gangster,
Uh,
what's going on? But go ahead, Miss Adventures. Give me 1 second.
No, I
it's
was just my voice
it
kind of
says
messed
the
up, y'all.
1900 block of Hershey Street.
Hershey Street. So I'm here in Detroit. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I was just gonna say, Kim Worthy, her attitude is just so horrible. So trying to contact her is probably useless. When I tell you she has the most arrogant attitude. And she's just like one of those people that is just like seem to me, she don't like to be wrong. And if you, I met her in person and I've seen her, and even in person, she is mean. So that lady's trying to contact her office, she probably will never answer her. And I'm trying to think, I live on the west side. Jarvis and those, they were from the east side. And
Mm-hmm.
her, when they found her ID, that was not too far from me. And when I say west side and east side, that would give you like maybe a 30-minute, like, to get there, it takes about 30 minutes from each side of town. I didn't hear about a body being found, but I'll look up that street, the Hershey Street, because I really don't watch the news. But yeah, I just wanted to let her to know that Kim Worthy, she's just so arrogant and evil. It's like she really is worthless, and she's been the prosecute whatever she's been for a long time, and I just don't know why she's still even in office. That's what I wanted to tell her. Her calling her, she probably had to see that lady face to face to get a response from her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I tried reaching out and I never
And I'm
got a
sorry, y'all, my
response.
voice is messed up. Yeah,
It's
I'm
okay.
just her energy. You know how people, it's just horrible. It's just terrible. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Kind of like, remember we was going through that thing with Kwame Kilpatrick and the mayor and how he was so arrogant. That's how
Mm-hmm.
she gives that arrogance off, like that. Like you beneath her, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna look it up where that Hershey Street is and see if I can tell y'all something in the comments. But yeah, that lady probably would never answer her back or call her back.
Yeah,
But
she
that's all I wanted to say,
it
y'all.
don't mean that it don't mean we gotta stop. You get what I'm saying? The
No,
more
no,
no,
no. I'm not saying
no,
that at
no,
all.
I'm telling you, Miss Spirit, she does they don't reach out. That's the truth. You're not
I'm,
lying. We reached
I'm
out many
definitely
a
not saying that you should stop at all. I'm just giving you, if you guys, people are not from Detroit or don't know, I just don't think that she would even give y'all the grace to even speak, to say something back to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like to even be a woman to say it. Like would she even feel like deemed worthy to call or answer the calls back? I don't think she would unless you catch her in person. And even then, I don't know what she would say.
yeah. Um I'm gonna go with
But,
Miss Adventures. Miss Adventures, I need you to come back, baby. Come back if you get a
but
chance
yeah,
to.
that was all. I just
She
want to
said,
tell y'all how she was face to face to me and how she gives off that persona of just being very ignorant to me. And
let
they
me read
dropped the ball
Let me read this
big
while you up
time.
here. It said investigating the story. This says investigating discovery of human skeletal remains in a wooded area in Wayne in an older case from early February 2026 where a woman's body was found in a garbage bag on Hershey Street, but there are no reports immediately available for a body found yesterday of February 11, 2026. Um,
I'm trying to wonder. Maybe I'm trying to figure out what. I never heard of that street, Hershey Street. If it's on the west or the east side, I'm not sure.
Yeah, and it says late 2025 reports from late last year mentioned police investigation, skeletal remains in Wayne near Michigan Avenue in Newburgh, a skull found. Yeah, that was a skull found, and then they found the
Oh,
woman's
okay.
body in a garbage
Mhm.
bag near Seven
Okay,
Mile.
when you say Michigan Avenue near Newburgh, that's where I work at. That's far. That's not nowhere near our area. So that would be like maybe 45 minutes outside of the city. So Michigan Avenue and near Newburgh is going up towards like other cities. So that'd be like towards a different city. That'd be up towards a different city. You going outside of the city of Detroit when you're going up towards Newburgh and Michigan Avenue.
And
Yeah.
let me answer Jerry. He says, "How do you stop the pain Nazia's brother's feeling or Nazia's mother's feeling, who was stripped of humility for a couple of years? Bad mo. You know, this the thing about the humility part. How this the thing. The pain came from Annette, because not only did Annette allow Charles to inappropriately touch Lady, what about the fact that she accused them of being a part of why Naziah was missing in the beginning? You know, those were the Vari and Lady was alibis for Shannon, Annette, and Jarvis at that time. So what about that? You know, Jerry, that's the questions we really have to ask. Hey, Cupcake, she said that's Garden City. Hey, Carmen,
Yes.
Newburgh Road is
It's
the
going
city
back
of
Garden City.
Livonia.
You're right. It's up towards Garden City. I hear my voice sound like this, but that family has so many deep. Um, it's like two people got together with the same demons. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I said
Like
that.
the auntie and Jarvis both came from families of molestation or whatever, and all these deep seated secrets. And I think that, like you said, that grandmother, the aunts, the mother, all of them need to be charged with something. They definitely failed that child. And I believe if they look into it deeper, they all probably played a part in it. Maybe not the mom, but the grandma and the aunties most definitely. Cause like y'all said, why would you wait 24 hours to report somebody? And it's like not like the other lady said, what are they covering up? Cause it's like they're trying to rush it out the way.
Mm-hmm.
You
And you know,
know,
I'm with Miss Adventurous too, y'all. Let's pray that the verbiage, you know, like Chick Simple Lady and a couple of ladies in the chat and Miss Adventurous has stated, you know, could the verbiage of what they're saying to Jarvis not just mean truthful to what her body, what he did with her body, but also could it mean like it could be where he has to state names of who was involved or who knew and stuff. So let's just pray for that. My name is King. Y'all see it different on here. Let's get down. Let's go down to our office. We really need to go down there. So Giselle saying, if anybody's in Detroit, she said, let's go down to the office. You know what I'm saying? She said we really need to get down there to the office, and I feel that I can respect that. Kenyatta, that's no excuse that he never got help. I was a victim. I protected my children and I would never let anything happen to them, nor my grands. Absolutely, Jennifer. She said, and call the news channel so they can follow us because they have to pay. We need answers. So anybody in that area as well, Giselle is saying that she said, let's go down to the office. Let's call the news stations as well so they can hear us and they need to pay and we need answers. Shannon got charged. Now her immunity is out the window. She said Shannon can get charged now and her immunity's out the window. Judy family, the judge doesn't have to accept the deal. Let's pray for that, Judy, y'all. Let's pray for the judge not accepting that. You get what I'm saying? The city council meetings are the first and the third Thursdays. So Supremely is saying that the city council meetings are the first and the third Thursday. So y'all need
okay,
to
I'll look that up.
yep, y'all need to get down there to the city council meetings and stuff if y'all really want to see this
Yeah, I
happen.
definitely wasn't giving them an excuse. I was just saying how the
Not
generational
you, not
curses.
you. I think she was
Oh
talking to
yeah,
somebody.
yeah, just how the generational curses brought them. You know, I don't, I don't even know how to explain it. It just seemed like in this day and age, spiritual warfare is so prevalent, and how people be having them demons on each other, and that whole family was weird. And I know y'all covered it, but the aunts and that grandmother, it was some deep seated mess going on in that house.
Give me a second, spiritual warrior. Where are they? How do you know they're searching right now, Goddess? Is it a news clip going right now? She said they're searching right now. Um, she said yes with signs y'all can peacefully protest. Sometimes you don't always have to yell and scream number people signs with y'all want answers. I agree, Lola. Kim Worthy will do things to help people she knows. She said the body probably wasn't a stipulation. And that's what they're saying. Listen to the verbiage of Friday Child. God, I wish I was in the D. I'd be right there with y'all. She said, just seen a video. Send it to me, Goddess. She said yes it was. T saying yes it was. Now you saying it's a video on Facebook, so send it to me. Hey Danielle, what's going on? Hey T, what's going on? She said, I'm so T, baby, I done cried. She said you go to the city council meetings, then you start with the chief of police, and then from the chief of police, you start with the mayor's office. So Chick Simple Lady is from there, y'all. She's telling y'all what to do. She said go to the city council meetings, then you start with the chief, and then from there you go to the mayor's office. All right, April, let me see. You sent it on um let me see spiritual gangster real quick.
It's the body because important thing to me. Y'all, excuse my voice. I'm so sorry.
We start with a troubling find on the east side of Detroit where police on a routine patrol say they discovered a woman's body just lying in the street. Let's get live to Fox News' Camille Amiri at Detroit Police Headquarters. Camille, what are police saying right now? Certainly a startling and very grisly discovery.
Yeah, very, very startling and grisly discovery. Just during a routine patrol, 6 o'clock at night, it was still light out at that time. We want you to take a look at some video, and we're actually at DPD headquarters. They cleared the scene around 8:30. Again, this happened around 6 o'clock. Police on Hershey, this is near Woodward and State Fair, and they just are doing routine patrols, just as they always do. They see something that looks suspicious, they pull over, they discover that it is a body of a woman that is wrapped up in what appears to be two different blankets and then tied, and then there's also garbage bags with debris in them surrounding this area. It's all kind of this area on the side.
And that's gonna take a while for them to say
Again,
who it is, y'all. And stuff. Lady underestimated the mental illness Shannon and her sister were suffering with. She would have to. Hey, Judy said that's not her. Okay, thank you, Judy. She said I'm from Detroit. That wasn't her. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate that. Thank you. Go ahead, spiritual gangster. Let me play this, you guys, really quick. Our spiritual gangster drop down. Sorry, guys. Judy said she's from there. She said I'm from Detroit. That was not her. She said no, that's a new body. Woodward State Fair is a well-known prostitution and drug area. Um, okay, I just seen that. I was like, where did she go? Hey, Wilda, what's going on? Yeah, I'm gonna bring Bree back tonight for this one. Let me play this. So apparently that's the video of them searching. No problem. I've been on this case since January. Okay, thank you, Judy, so much. I'm praying it's not a homeless lady I was helping. Oh my goodness, Annie. Let's pray for Annie that it's not her friend that she was helping. Let's just pray for whoever it was, their families. She be in that area and she's supposed to call me on Monday for help with a phone. Oh my goodness, Annie. The plea is between the defense and the state, not the judge. It's just it's a video with Jarvis's face, and I can't say that that's the area because I don't know the area, so I can't say that that video is to be true. That they're out there searching right now. You know, people just put a face to it and said that's what it is. It would be streaming. I would think that it would be streaming more. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Leah. I think it would be streaming more if that was the case. She said when, where, and why. I want to know specific. Me too, Chick Simple Lady's been asking questions. What made him take the plea right then and there? I just stay down the street from there, and the water is not deep at all. Okay, thank you, Judy. Do y'all know, Judy, if they're searching right now for her? Oh, she said that's the Detroit Page News. Okay, y'all. So that's the Detroit. Okay, guys, I didn't even look at the page. So God is saying that's the Detroit Page News. All judges will tell the defendant that they can overturn a plea. Let's hope that they overturn it. She said Detroit made a statement. Let's just hope. The biggest question I have is what drove him to hurt her like that. Um, we all wanted to know that. Charlotte Stewart, it says, yeah, I didn't even pay attention to it, guys. Okay. She said, oh, okay, well, never mind. That's what I said. I've seen an old video where they first said they searched. Oh, she's saying that's the first search, you guys. Chick Simple Lady said that's the first search. So that's when they first, I guess, searched the area for Nazai. That's why I said you got to look good and you got to really pay attention and stuff. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm at work, but I get off. I'll drive that way. Okay, Judy, thank you. How can you, as a parent that says that you love your child, watch this man walk away with a slap on the wrist? Basically, my heart is literally broken for this child. She said exactly why. She said he could be telling on Shannon. Hold on, little sis. I'll call you right back, okay? Okay. Bye. But if he's lying, how will they know if he's telling the truth? That's my question, Aaliyah, right there. But Chick Simple Lady and them kind of broke it down for us and was telling us how it works and that it can be overturned. I really think that that Kim Worthy is taking it. I think she's gonna take what he says and be away with it because she's been wanting to go away for a long time. She said, I have to pass that area. Unfortunately, it's not that I want to. I still think he was a part of the cleanup crew and he took what they offered because he didn't know what his fate would be with the trial. I get that, Jazzy. I could see that. Okay, thanks. But if she was there, they would have found her the first time. He's lying. I agree. I think he's lying. Don't tell half the truth. Tell the whole truth and nothing. But say y'all moved the MFer. I'm looking now and I don't see a newborn search. My niece also sent me the old search. People are just jumping to conclusions. That's why I said his plea could be a chess move. Yeah, it could be, y'all. I think we're looking at it all bad versus like the ladies are saying, it could be a chess move to get the other moving pieces on the board that was in cahoots with him. You know what I'm saying? So if they didn't find her body, will he still get the plea? That's what they're breaking it down for us, Aaliyah. Of course, she will. She wants this case done. Not newborn new. I'm sick of the autocorrect. I get it. Too on her live, Brooklyn Dad. And he said he wasn't even notified what was going on. He seen it on social media. If he tells on Shannon and Shannon took the deal, then no one will really pay. Why no one saw Shannon getting immunity but took a plea deal, no trial? This is not bittersweet. Shaking my head. This was a slap in the face. I agree. Exactly, lying. He didn't move her. It was already stated that Shannon moved her. Yeah, we did hear that. Hey, LaQuanda, baby. Hey, Chantel, what's going on? I thought Kim Worthless said that the others will be charged at a later date when she made it. Come on, Chantel, girl. That's what I'm breaking down, the lies. Is they still going to have a trial? We don't know, Charlotte. I'm not looking at it bad because Hathaway's going to get him and Shannon and him. Y'all have faith in Judge Hathaway? It's been stated that she was moved 3 times, before the medium said it, Mia's. This was said like over the summer last year. It is a big slap in the face. Like I said, Jarvis's attorney filed for this pretrial appointment. It was last minute, y'all, because it wasn't there prior to, and then boom, it popped up late last night. Why was Shannon getting immunity, like, in exchange for what exactly? I'm so confused. I just want to stick to the fact, Wendy, that Jarvis took the plea. You know what I'm saying? Shannon getting immunity, I just feel like she did, to tell. I still believe he will now go down by himself. Erica says she thinks he's gonna go down by himself. I know, Jazzy, but I'm almost positive that he sent some code words to Shannon, or she said some code words to him, letting him know she moved to. Cause we still don't know the jail calls, y'all. I don't know if we'll know the jail calls now. Yes, and Jarvis was locked up. Hell yeah, he don't play. She said, I know him personally. Okay, Judy says she knows him personally. So, Judy, you think that they're going to overturn this plea deal? He seems like a good judge, but you never know. He does, Aaliyah. I had hope for him. I think he lied and said he threw her there in that river because he knew the clothes was found there. He sat back and listened to all the evidence supplied to see what he could say that made sense. I agree, Jenny, with you 100%. I do. I don't believe he's going down by himself. I hope they overturn it. By him taking the plea, they can now charge others. If they gave the others immunity to testify, they don't need them now. They can now be charged. I get it, Nicole. Absolutely. I think it's going to be another twist at the last minute. This baby gets the justice that she deserves. None of them Hathaways play. None of the Hathaways play. Okay, she said they don't play. Can they do a set pre-trial out of nowhere when the trial was already set? I mean, Jamia, they did. They did. And the fact that this is the craziest part, that they had a plea deal that had no expiration date. That they had a plea deal with no expiration date. It never bothered y'all. It never dawned on nobody. Like, I never heard, and I kept saying, I never heard of this. I've never heard of nothing like this. How is this possible? That's when I knew some corruption was going on. I hate to say it to y'all, and I get that we all have these, the Hathaways don't play and this and that, but I really feel in my spirit that this was already kind of set into motion when they put that non-expirational plea deal on Jarvis. That's just my thing. What's going on, Nicole? He ain't dumb. Trust and believe that he is a criminal by nature. What up, Charlotte Stewart? Thank you, Charlotte. The red flag allowing those kids to be at the shop knowing he's a pedophile. Isn't that against the law and he wasn't supposed to be? Girl, Chantel, he was. Everyone that moved Naziah's body, will they get charged too? It's an entire family of judges and attorneys. I hope you're right, Chick. I really pray he does the right thing. Me too. I agree, Lola. Yes, they can do an emergency move up for a speedy trial. Okay. So Jazzy saying yes, they can do an emergency move up for a speedy trial. I think he took the fall. The trafficking ring that he was a part of. He is a part of something larger. What happened to all the video evidence on his phone? That's what everybody's asking, Keisha. Like, why didn't he get that charge? That stood out more than anything else. She said a motion to reveal the deal is a formal request filed by a defense attorney asking the court to compel the government to disclose the existence and substance of any agreements. Mia said it bothered me. Hey, she said, let's pray that Shannon gets charged with the information that she knows because I know she don't have immunity. Facts. I didn't know it could even be possible. We don't know a lot. That was strange to me. Normally, once you deny, that's what I said. Once you deny, take the deal, and y'all gotta remember he been having this deal since before this year, and I was like, he ain't. And then remember he didn't even take it in January, and I was like, what they got going on? What they got going on? Kiwana, you heard me? What's really going on? Y'all calling him this horrible pedophile. All these charges, these word charges, murder, and he's got a non-expirational plea. Thank you, Charlotte. I think they did that hoping he'd come forward about the body, maybe. Yes, if the state is waiting to hear from Jarvis, this is Jarvis Butt's game. Remember, someone said his law firm is a good one. Yes, because it's definitely a big cover-up, and the daddy and his friends are at the top. Jarvis don't look like the person that would do the time by himself, in my opinion. Did they even test the shot for blood? We'll never know, Jenny. Now happened a little earlier than I thought, but wow, 35 to 60. What did he get for that plea? They said tell him that being truthful about where he put her body. It's his own sister for me also. Yes, Nicole. They did that to get Shannon and him. So Judy feels like they did that. How many of y'all put that in there? If y'all agree, just say agree. How many of y'all agree with Judy family Ariana? She said they did that to get Shannon and him. And I have an uncle that was deemed a kingpin and a cousin that did time for Ruggs. Not putting a time on a plea wool, but my people was feds. Jarvis Budd State, right? And why the feds ain't picked this case. People think that I talked to somebody and they said they think because it wasn't enough victims. Had it been a lot more victims, they said that the feds was there, but where it just wasn't a lot of victims to come forward and stuff. They think that's why the feds did not pick it up. I never heard of a plea. Candy ain't heard a thing like it. I think the whole family should be charged, but his sister also, regardless of who child, the sister knew his charges and left. And just the fact that she was a mandated reporter, she still works at that school. You know, some really flaky mess is going on with this case. Not even anything for him being around the kids as a pedophile like that. It should make me want to punch on some shit. I smell corruption and rats. Yes. Protest at every department, agency, and courthouse. Big Mama saying y'all have to go protest. Go protest. They gave y'all the dates, the 1st and the 3rd of every month, to go to the town hall, you know what I'm saying, and where to start and stuff like that. Right? He said he wasn't taking the deal. What is going on? And that's what Chick Simple Lady also said. Why now? What made Jarvis take this deal? She said exactly. Hey Valerie. Hey, love thyself. She said, yes. She said, I never seen a Commonwealth attorney fight so hard. Me neither, mother for. I gotta agree. Friday said she agrees. April said, I'm 50-50. Goddess said, possibly. Mia said she agreed. So most of y'all agreeing that they did this to take Shannon them down. You must almost have to ask yourself, what did Jarvis have on everybody? It's true, because they lied. She said, because they lied, guys. You know, I said it was chess move with the police state. The state don't need it. Yeah, Kiwana also is in agreement. She said that the state don't need it. It's a chess move that they made with Jarvis to take this plea. You get what I'm saying? So we don't know what's been told. But, you know, I go back to Rain of Fire saying Jarvis is talking and stuff. She said, I don't see Annette in jail, but she says she's seen Jarvis in jail. You don't know if it's truthful about where he put the body. The only evidence that will make that true will be the clothes. I said the same thing, Jenny. Now Jarvis Buds is the retarded one. Not the simply retarded one. Where's that at on my clothes? Where is that at on this outfit? The simply retarded. Right there. Right there, y'all. You are simply retarded. You are simply retarded. Okay? Simply retarded. All he had to do was sing like a bird and get the others held accountable. She said not enough victims. I think so, Nene, and stuff. I don't know. I disagree. I'd be shocked. Me too. She said, but the feds can't pick it up. I don't think, how can the feds pick it up? They left the deal on the table because I think they botched the case and they needed him to confess. I agree, Nicole. I agree with Nicole. I think that's why they put that deal. I do. I think they fumbled this case, and I don't think they want Shannon them. I agree. They did not. They did that to get Shannon and the rest of them. So Wanda saying she agrees. How they know he's being truthful without a body, child? Because them clothes was there. They act like Jarvis ain't got everything. He gets to see everything. He gets to see y'all forgets he gets to see everything. So I just don't. Janiyah had some deep stuff she was about to let loose and he got scared. Think because he knew Shannon was gonna testify for immunity because he snitched on the family. Who snitched on the family? Everybody felt those children. Yeah, Friday. It was about to be 80 people testifying against him. Andrea, this afternoon, I saw that they're looking for remains right now. Look at this guy. Did Raina Fire see Shannon in jail? Yeah, let me play a matter of fact. Let me play her last one. She did say Jarvis was talking. She definitely said that. And she also definitely said, let me see. With a mask on, y'all. With that mask. That's what I said, shining light. You think they got played against each other?
All right, I'm in.
I don't know, SP. Okay. Okay, Donitra. Thank you.
I do see one not guilty. I see one not guilty.
And remember, she was saying that they did take away one of his smaller charges. She did. Raina Fire definitely just said that. She said, I see one not guilty. She said child porn is a felony. Did they even charge him with that though, chick?
But which one is not guilty? He will be acquitted on one lesser charge. Just on one lesser charge. But the prosecution has built up a strong case. It's actually the witnesses. It's the witnesses that's going to get him to fall. They're showing me Shannon being arrested again.
She said they show us Shannon being arrested again. We did know that they did lesser one of Jarvis's lesser charges. Chick Simple Lady said that is a lesser charge. That could be why he wasn't charged. Rain said she is gonna do another video, Erica. She did one earlier, just asking, like, tell me it ain't so, type of thing and stuff like that. Yeah, well, he went to court. They threw a court date on there quickly, and he went and so he went into complete deal this morning. Will Jarvis have the possibility for parole in that plea deal? That's a good question. Did not even have that as a charge. Yeah, I don't think they had the child pornography as a charge. Just because he's getting sentenced in March doesn't mean this is over for justice for Naziah. Yeah, because if Shannon got immunity and Jarvis has taken a plea, eliminates her immunity because they don't need her testimony anymore. Now he's going to tell on all of them. Lock Shannon ass up. Internet. This is sad. I feel like it's not justice until all of them. Yeah, that's what I said. He just needs to tell everything from beginning to the end. I agree, Soft Cookie. I don't know about that. He didn't take that plea until Shan got, and he traded something to get the plea because he surely didn't gain anything with all these years. I agree, Sonny. If no trial, no witnesses. I hope she never sees her kids again. I pray they get adopted by an amazing family, can still grow up together. This is so sad. We need a trial as much as we need. Don't have the stomach for it. Anya, I agree. Roxy on the news, she didn't say much other than it's a rush of feelings right now. So Roxy went. That's good that she went and stuff, and I'm glad that she made the news. and stuff like that. And this is probably heartbreaking for Kiwana and them too. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this is the news that they wanted. I don't know that Janelle didn't want it to hear this. You get what I'm saying? But I think it will be a relief for them if they said they know where Nazaya is and stuff. If they find her and stuff, that would be a relief for any family and stuff like that. So this is gotta be hard for them and stuff, regardless how we feel about all of them. It's probably a tough pill to swallow right now. Probably a lot of questions and stuff. Just because we don't hear from them what we want to hear doesn't mean that they don't have questions and stuff. Because we got questions, so I know deep down inside they got questions, and I know emotions are running high for everybody today. Because I'm super sad. My stomach is upset, like super upset. I'm gonna have to go drink some ginger ale. I don't even want no liquor no more. I needed a drink. Shit, I need to smoke some weed, for real, just to stop the nausea. Jarvis is taking his dirty work with him when he gets buried 6 feet under. In Michigan, if a person is granted immunity regarding a criminal investigation, that information is generally not public record, is considered confidential. Yes, Chick Simple Lady. So we don't know what Shannon has, you guys. We don't. I'm praying the truth is gonna come out. I am keeping the faith. Okay, Tan. Them rushing for him to sign the plea speaks volumes. They're up to something, and that's what Chick Simple Lady kept saying. She was like, she's been stating that in the chat, time after time. Why did Jarvis take that plea? She said they're up to something. Stop playing and lying in our faces. Smoking will stop the nausea. Absolutely, T Mills. I'm so upset that I don't want to believe this. Nobody wants to believe this. And he said it's just sad. I hope they didn't get their kids back. I know, right? And maybe if they're, how many of y'all thinking they gonna give the kids back, or with them playing, Kiwana saying, this is a chess move for them. What's the chess move, and do y'all think they're gonna get the kids back? She said praying it gets overturned. I knew Nazai was no longer her, but to her he pleaded to it makes it so much. It does, Siobhan. I have to jump in the shower. Everybody stay strong. Okay, SP. Hey, Leah, baby. He took the plea because he heard Shannon was testifying against him. This is so sad. Okay, Laquanda. If Shannon and them don't get charged, then Detroit police are crooks. Come on, Jenny. She doesn't need those kids. They not getting them kids back. I don't think they'll get those. She said, I don't think they'll get those kids back. She said, better not. T Mills said they better not. She. Shannon and like 80 other people was. She said, allegedly. I pray they don't put Janiyah back with Shannon. God, I pray for her. Yeah, he took a plea, Leah, baby. Okay, Chick Simple Lady said, you got about bitches. Witches are suck. Okay. Y'all, I'm getting off her because I'm gonna have Bree on her with us tonight. If don't nobody else give us what we need, I'm gonna need Bree on her to break it down, because again, I want to get into that baby. Okay, I wonder if Shank's gonna have Bree on his channel, because if we gonna have Bree on Shank's channel, I don't want her coming back and forth. I'll just stick to going over to Shank. So I'll come back and do a quick virtual video to let y'all know. Let me ask Shank real quick, y'all. Is he having Shank? If he's gonna have Bree on his channel talking about that tonight? Because if he has Bree on there for that, then I'm going over there. But I'm gonna see what he's having her over there for tonight. Are you gonna have Bree talking about Nazaya tonight, or somebody else? No, is she coming about Nazaya? Okay, because I'm gonna join your panel, because I didn't know you asked her to come on your panel. So I'm gonna just. What time you going live? I'm waiting for her to hit me back and let me know if she want to do it at 8 or 10. Okay, tell her 8. I'll tell her 8 on your panel. I'm waiting for her to hit me back and tell me what time she can go. Because Bree just hit me up and asked me. She said Shank wants to go live too, because I asked her could I have her 8, but I don't want her going back and forth to each panel about the same thing. So that's why I called you. Okay. Okay. All right, great. All right, bye. Let me tell her 8. We're going to be at Shanks at 8. So tonight at 8, did you hear about Jarvis? Yeah, Johnny, that's what we've been talking about. 8, no 10. I'm going to be sleep. Yeah, we doing it 8. She said, I'm so hurt. Evelyn, me too. The world can't be this cold. What time is that for Cali? 6:05. 5. TT just dropped Shank's link in the chat, y'all. We gonna have Bree over there. I'm excited to get Bree over there. I want to go relax until then, get my nerves together. I gotta give me some Rellos. I think I'm gonna smoke a little bit. I ain't supposed to smoke. I'm gonna be sleep. Damn. Stay up. Just set an alarm clock. Take a quick nap. You know what I'm saying? And I know you'll be up for a little while tonight, but if they give them kids back to Shannon, I will move to Michigan and stay. Okay. Candy, I know you lying to visas. Come on, Detroit. Something got to give, especially them twins. What do it mean by defendant is mute? Where you see that at, Johnny? This all in that fault. Chick Simple Lady, what does that mean, y'all, that the defendant is mute? Oh, the Jarvis ain't saying nothing. I guess, I don't know. I'm hurt too. I might can't catch things. Oh, Annie. There go the link though, y'all. We need real facts with proof. It's on paperwork. A letter. It's on paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Out. It is on paperwork that they said that it's in writing and he signed it. Y'all gonna go make me find Shannon, not find her. I'm rolling up right now. I'll be there with bells on at 7:59. Okay. Who, Latasha? I'm gonna be there about 7:50, baby. I'm gonna beat you there. Okay. Hey, M. Renee, what's going on, love? Happy Thursday. He stood and said nothing. Yeah, he stood and said nothing, girl. Chucky said catch the replay. Okay. God, take them thoughts away from me, please. Yeah, let's see how everything play out. Our emotions are running high. So we're just speculating, I think, at this point to see what's on the paper. And I think like Chick Simple Lady and Miss Adventure. Shout out to Miss Adventures and Spiritual Gangster. Thank y'all so much. And my Isha. Love you always. Love you always, up and down and around the moon and back. You know what I'm saying? Again, his paperwork. I'm so scared to find out where our baby is. I swear I am. But I want to find her. She ain't gonna be able to walk freely in Detroit. She got a lot of enemies. Yeah, M. Renee. Yeah, I'll set it up. Hey, Doc. She's like, I'll definitely be tuned in. I definitely would love to see Shannon. I'm about to cook for the kids, shrimps too. Girl, go on, Kiana. You didn't have to go through all of that. You didn't have. Yeah, as soon as Shane sent me the thumbnail, I'll post it on my community while you guys and let y'all know we need answers. And Rain of Fire also says she's gonna do one. You know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for that. Y'all know I'm gonna be on the lookout for that. Justice. Yeah, definitely justice for Naziah, y'all. Justice for Naziah. For the ones that the family members that have been on her, whether they going against each other, they got their own drama and stuff going on. Y'all pray for Roxy, Kenya, Kiwana, and Janelle. The faces that did come, we criticized, but the faces that we needed to hear from, we didn't. Annette never made an appearance to say anything to show that Naziah meant anything. Shannon, once Mark D had her back against the wall, she said Jarvis's was, she knew she was hiding something. She never came to hide secrets, to keep secrets locked in for Jarvis. We never heard Annette and Shannon or Marquita say Jarvis did anything to this day to Naziah Harris. So let's pray for them. Prayer don't cost nothing and stuff like that, because this got to be a hurtful regardless how we feel about Kiwana, Janelle, Roxy, or Kenya. This has got to be just as hurtful for them as it is for us, because that is a family member. Yes, we might feel like they didn't do nothing, but they got to see God about that. Who are we to judge at this point? You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep the faith that something overturns in this case, and that Shannon do not get her children back, and that Shannon and Annette will be held accountable, and Marquita, if need be held accountable for the part they played in the demise of Naziah Hurst. And can we talk about that baby? Is the question. I think he took the plea so Shannon can be charged as well, and give her a nice two-piece. Lola child. The prayers are for Roxy and Kenya. Shit. Sometimes we gotta take it out of our heart, TT. I'm gonna tell you why. And hate or dislike, it makes me feel like Shannon. And I don't want to feel like Shannon. Building that much of hate and dislike for somebody, that let them feel that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to feel that way. I don't even want to rub it off on me. And I just gotta be honest. You know what I'm saying? Right? That's true. That's all I want, is at least them three to get held accountable. Yeah. Hey, Linda. Let's hope they don't profit a damn dime off this case. Erica Davis, what's going on? Yeah, Chick Simple Lady, that's the truth. I need more proof before I start praying shit. Okay, Chucky, prayers to Naziah's family who care. My heart goes out to you. Thank you, Linda. And I get it, y'all. I do. But it's just a stomach puller on me, y'all. All of y'all. I done cried. I'll be crying tonight. If Bree say something that I just can't take, I'm going to cry again. Because this ain't justice to me. It might be justice to a lot of y'all, but this ain't justice for me. This ain't justice to the victims either. It's just like, yeah, I fucked the kids. All right, thank you for being admitted. Thank you for admitting that. We just gonna give you this time. Yeah, I murdered her ass. I threw over there. Okay, put this sign on this paper. We just need you to be truthful about where her body is. And regardless how they put it on the paper, regardless the verbiage of it, I'm over it. I'm so over it. This is not justice. I hate this. We have all worked so hard, us content creators, us subscribers, man. 2 years, y'all, just up and crying and restless nights, going down those that nasty demonic. Have to open that closet to the demonic skeletons that are in there, and all of them didn't even fall out. You get what I'm saying? Erica Davis Jarvis took the plea. You got to catch the replay for everything and stuff. A lot of people are covering it right now. She said it's not over with him. I can pop you and still have love for you and not want to hate you no more, harm done to you. Yes, I'm crying now. I know, Annie, and I'm about to cry too, y'all. When I get off of her, shit. But if this was drug trafficking case, he would have, man, Chucky, you heard me. Yeah, Eric, I seen that one where she was hold on, y'all. Oh, here it goes. Let's see what she says. Thank you.
It is confirmed that Jarvis Butts has pleaded guilty to the murder of Naziah Harris. And according to Click on Detroit, it says a source told Local 4 that Butts admitted to dumping Harris' body in Rouge River near 7 Mile and Burke, where police initially searched for the 13-year-old girl. Officials previously said that officers found an inside-out pink jumpsuit, a black jacket, and a red and black shoe near the intersection of 7 Mile and Burke when they initially were searching for her. So, let me remind y'all of something real quick. 3329 Near what? Rouge? River and Fix? Beside with the small barrels right by Rouge River, River Rouge, whatever it's called. So I knew that that was where she wanted to start because she wasn't finished. I honestly don't know how to feel because we all knew that he did it. But I really wanted this to go to trial because I wanted Desire to get justice. I wanted him to be put to death. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted him to get the full punishment for her death. However, of course, by him pleading guilty, he's going to get a lesser sentence. It already says case 1, Butts pleaded guilty to 1 count of second degree criminal sexual conduct with a sentence agreement of 10 to 15 years in prison. Case 2, Butts pleaded guilty to 1 count of second degree criminal sexual conduct with a sentence agreement of 10 to 15 years in prison. Case 3, Butts pleaded guilty to second degree murder for second degree
She can't.
second? Did they say second? Did I just read second?
Yeah.
Butts pleaded to second degree murder with a sentence agreement of 35 to 60 years in prison. Second degree is so disrespectful, bro. Case 4, Butts pleaded guilty to second degree Butts pleaded guilty to second degree criminal sexual conduct with a sentence agreement of 10 to 15 years in prison. Case 5, Butts pleaded guilty to third degree criminal sexual conduct with a sentence agreement of 10 to 15 years in prison. And case 6, Butts pleaded guilty to second degree criminal sexual conduct with a sentence agreement of 10 to 15 years in prison. As part of a plea deal with some additional charges in 6 cases were dismissed. Obviously, he's never going to get out. And trust me, when he get in prison, trust me, the inmates, he's not even going to last 2 months in there. Things that they do to people who hurt children, he's not even going to last. So he's basically going to have a death sentence in there, period. They don't play about children, old people, mothers, elderly, they don't play. But
and it ain't that we know he ain't getting out. It's just for me, like, everybody all the monsters should be in jail, not just Jarvis. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. We've all been wanting Jarvis to stay, and I think we all knew that Jarvis wasn't gonna get out. I think, and I mean, that's why I said we should have just took it to trial because he's still not getting out at the same time. But I want everybody gone.
there better be some snitching going on in there with the whole damn family. That's all it does. I feel some type of way, but this is more like a bittersweet moment. Now I need Shannon and Marquita to get their asses locked up. All right, y'all. This was just a random video. I love you guys. Bye.
Grace has never been a mistress.
I appreciate Rain's thoughts. Now we don't get answers. Exactly, Shauna. OMG, I'm devastated. I cannot believe this. I didn't know this was happening. OMG, this is a nightmare. All of them need to be in jail. Yeah. And I don't think he's going to be able to be on C-19 floor. That's the so-called jail, prison are 2 different things. Rain right, he's going to get tore up. I wish we could get the answers. Yeah, just being honest. Let's just pray that Nazia's spirit moves in a miraculous way, you know, and that Shannon and them go to jail too, that it's not just Jarvis. Everybody, it's almost like we had to listen and endure all these lies and deceit. Yeah, LaQuanda, she said, God's still in control. I hope they overturn a plea. I'm going to continue to pray. Yeah, let's pray hard, you guys. It's definitely time for prayer warriors to be in effect, you know. For those that's down there, yeah, Shannon was going to testify against him. Yeah, they had no choice. I hope they make them tell everything that led up to this that happened. Yes. Annette, the ringleader, she still walks free. My God, the other babies need justice as well. I pray she haunts them all. Yes, Jenny. Me too. I agree. So the information that she knew, I hope they charge her with it. Sorry, I lost a son, so I get out of character, unfortunately. Prayers to you, Annie. Annie said she lost a son, so her emotions are really high. Myers, the family can contest to that right for the plea to be overturned. I don't know if the family can contest to that. Can the family contest to that, guys? People are saying that's just a word of mouth. It's in writing, Shauna, about the plea deal. I don't know. But if you go to court, you're testifying. If you're on the prosecution, you're testifying against the defense. So you're testifying either way it goes. What time is the Eastern time? 8 o'clock. So if you're on, I mean, we're on Eastern Standard Time, so it'll be 8 o'clock on Eastern Standard Time. If you're 3 hours behind on the West Coast, it'll be 5 o'clock your time. She said, Jenny, I apologize. Girl, you don't got to apologize, Annie. When you lose a child, nobody knows how it feels when you lose a child unless they lost one. I know Queen Bee. Welcome, baby. Yes, family. She said, yes, the family can contest. They have to agree with. She said, yes, family can contest. Family has to agree with a plea. And Queen Judah would know, you guys. Queen Judah did an interview with me. Her nephew was murdered and stuff, so she would know and stuff like that. So, hey, the life of mine. I will have to replay praying for those who care. Thank you, Miriam, and you get better, okay? About Shannon taking her own deal to testify. Yeah, we haven't seen that in writing, Shauna, correct. Shannon knows everything. That's why he took the plea. Giselle said agree. I hope we hear from the 80 witnesses. Yes, Chick Simple Lady, of course. This is not the justice we wanted. We wanted all of them in jail. No, it's up to the prosecutor. My son was unalived also and had to deal with the court. Thank you, Trace. Praying to you too, okay? Hey, Lakeisha, what's going on? I understand Andy Savage. I lost mine too. Yeah, Miss Shining Light lost a child too. So pray for these mothers in the chat, y'all. I know this is opening wounds for y'all as well, and I hate that for you guys. Pray us, man. Shout out to the great content creators that have covered this case again. Regardless what we go through, you know what I'm saying? We all have been here with our own voice. Doing things our own way to provide these stories of these kids losing their lives in the most horrific way and stuff like that. I will continue to bring y'all stories and stuff like that. I will continue to talk about Naziah and stuff to keep her name alive. We're not going to give up hope. That's what we're not going to do. We are devastated, but with devastation comes celebration and stuff. So I want y'all to remember that. Hey, Nikki, what's going on, Nika? Nikki, what's going on, baby? Shout out to you for caring about these kids. Yeah, shout out to all the content creators. Let's not take away from nobody just because we don't like them. A voice is a voice, at the same time. And at least their name, the kids' names are being mentioned. Most cases that deal with child crime results to pleas that they don't want true facts to be revealed in a trial. Absolutely, Queen Judah. I think it was going to be bigger than what we know and stuff like that. The truth was definitely going to be heartbreaking, more heartbreaking than what we are now, for sure. Also, I stayed around the corner from the last hotel, so like I said, it just hit way harder. Yeah. Annie says she has to travel in these directions of the shop and the hotels and stuff, so I get it. When you got to come on here and hear the things that's taking place in these places, I definitely understand. But like Chick Simple Lady said, maybe we'll start hearing from the witnesses, and hopefully the truth will come out in its own little way per social media and stuff like that. So prayers to you mothers in the chat that's lost your little ones. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sorry for y'all loss again. And thank you so much to the subscribers. Y'all have Toot subscribers, Mocha subscribers, JJ's, Maisha, Shanks. Y'all have been the voice. Y'all send receipts. You know what I'm saying? Y'all catch everything that y'all can and send it to content creators. Y'all are a voice within itself. Y'all are a big major part of this. Those that go help people with boots on the ground, the ladies that spin the court, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Roxy and Kenya, you know, in their own way. Shout out to Janelle and Kiwana in their own way for going to the CPS. We see that the CPS still didn't do anything from a decade ago. So all that we got to take into account, regardless if we like them again or not. This is not the time for hate when these kids are suffering. It's just not. It's not the time that those slugs, all this shit can wait. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we still want answers. We still demand answers. Hey, Miss Boss Lady, what's going on? Because the kids' lives might not matter to everybody, but to me, those kids' lives matter to me. All the victims. All the victims. And y'all got to think about Janiyah. She's between a rock and a hard place. She's only 12. She's only 12. And all she's ever known was the monster and monkey. And when you're raised around nothing but deceit and lies and manipulation, it instills in the children. It just does. I don't know, Miss Boss Lady. I know, Miss Boss Lady, we all been crying. It is sad. But let's pray for hope. And Nina said, how do we know he's never getting out? Child, Nina, you know, the way Detroit be rolling, hey, I'm feeling like you. You get what I'm saying? I ain't trusting them at all. I don't trust Detroit at all now. This is show me what I've been saying. So, you know, again, but to y'all have been amazing, man. Y'all have been amazing. To all the content creators that I forgot, you know, Spiritual Detective, shout out to her. It's other people that cover Naziah, 54 Keys, man. Shout out to her. Shout out to my girl 54 Keys over there, okay, for the hellified breakdowns that she did on the case. You get what I'm saying? And don't forget to pull up on Shank Rock and Bree and me, because I'm going up on that panel tonight. I'm going up on that panel. I got some questions for Bree. But shout out to Rain of Fire, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Divine Diva. Shout out to Candace Starr. Shout out to Bree. Shout out to Indigo, the three white ladies that I'm gonna play. I'm gonna still do that live Saturday. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Big shouts out to them. Shout out to all the spiritual readers that gave their perspectives on what happened to Naziah. I don't want to miss anybody and leave anybody out. You get what I'm saying? But shout out to y'all. I'm still gonna play that live because I want to listen to some stuff that I think was missed out on. It will be a box he came out in. Her dad D was on the phone and he was pissed because he said his daughter can't get no closure. Whose dad was I said that, Johnny. I did say that. Don't crucify me now. Because you didn't hear her name when you wanted to hear it, okay? Miss Parker didn't say Toot's name, y'all. Miss Parker, oh my God. I can't. Oh, damn if I do. Damn if I don't. And they threw them kids' case out too. They said she's not testifying anymore. Yeah, Miss Boss Lady. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Let me help you out. We got people like Wesley still, Brooklyn's dad. Oh, okay. Okay. Brooklyn's dad said that. Debo said that about Brooklyn. That's sad. You see what I'm saying? And Debo got that right to be pissed. That's why I'm supposed to have moderators to get him out of here, T. Not saying, what the fuck, girl. I don't need no moderators. I don't think I need no mods. They don't catch shit. That PFP is hideous, child. That's crazy that they're not even trying to figure out, in this case, what happened to her. Yeah, Keith, thank you. Shannon and Jarvis share the same law. office, that is a even sharing the same law office, I agree. To me, it was a conflict of interest. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I never said same lawyer, same law office. It's find the mothers to those two babies. I just got back from the doctor's appointment. What I missed? I don't know. Well, I don't know what you was here for and what you wasn't, Latasha. They be blocking us. If they block us, we don't see their comments. Hey, Sean, what's going on? Sean, how you feel about the plea deal before I get out of here? Now I turn my head for a second. My bad. Look at all the excuses. I was washing dishes. I turned my head for a second. Man, if I got to control the chat, I'm just taking the blue away. I might as well. You know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for Brooklyn. She is really gonna. Yeah, they ain't care about them, Jenny. They didn't think about the kids. Kim Worthless thought about herself, her image. No, somebody came in and called me a pedophile. You know, same old, same old. Damn if I don't. If I'm being nice and I ain't scratching is when they want to come. You're a pedophile, you're this, you know what I'm saying? It's wicked out here, y'all. It's wicked. And when you don't clap back or snap back or scratch back, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's what it is. It's bull. It is. It just seems like they just want to throw this case away so they can just let, I'm holding strong that this case will be overturned and justice will prevail. Let's go, Erica. It is sad. I hate that for Debo. Thank you, Regina. It is sad. I know, Kenya. I know, girl. He said she writes in notebooks he found writing about her and Isaiah. Dang. Debo ain't great. Break my heart today. He's not. Miss Parker, that's just the devil. I just subscribed, Miss Parker. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. Damn. I'm glad I didn't get to hear Debo. That enough to make you cry right there. I felt bad for Debo in Brooklyn, shaking my head. That's why I said, Jenny, y'all them opening up wounds for them kids. They damage these kids. It's bigger than just the corruption, y'all. What about these kids? You find Honey 5K, girl. I was messing with y'all. Dang, it's sad. They said Debo Chucky has said that Brooklyn won't get. She needed closure. She wanted closure. I hope the judge see fit to do her own to do. It's a man, Lady Mysterious. Just go and listen. Where did Debo say this at, Jenny? What time? At 8 o'clock, y'all. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He had me crying. I pray they don't try to send them babies back to them. Girl, Lakezia, girl, he said they didn't even call him. He found that on the news. He said his daughter's still talking about unaliving herself. Lord have mercy. Miss Boss Lady, what? Oh, Debo. I'm going to have to hit him up. Them kids would never be the same. They thought they was doing the right thing, and they got a slap in the face, so heartbroken, toots paid. And just imagine what they really know. What happened to their cousin, like how the granny and the aunt was moving that day, shaking my head. Yeah, they heard it. Okay, you guys, thanks for telling me life with a meaning, y'all. Thank you. That's sad that these parents are calling in and they have to they have to explain this to the kids, the unexplainable. Imagine Debo having to explain that to Brooklyn, wanting closure, and he can't even explain it because he don't even understand how this is possible. You get what I'm saying? That be that shit like explaining to some children the unexplainable. She was wearing purple, so yeah, he was damn near in tears. He was pissed. Yeah, that's if they ever tell Chucky. That's what makes the kids not talk. This case was to be set examples. This case could have changed so much in our children, in the future of our children. Do y'all not know that this case was bigger than how the fuck Kim Worthless treated this case? it set us back. This case has set us back. It's going to set us back. It's really going to set us back with our kids trusting, our kids feeling like it's safe to speak out on things and stuff like that. I pray D don't retaliate on Shannon because me as a parent, I don't know what I would do. She was at school when he was on the phone. He said good. But, he still has to have that conversation with her, just because she's at school, that's his duty to. We don't want to get like Marquita and them and sweep things under the rug and not be honest and transparent, you know. Yes, definitely. It was supposed to break curses, right, Erica? It could have changed laws in a lot of kids' life and could have empowered so many. Moj, you hear me? This was supposed to set the bar, and it's a slap. It's a slap in the face, Miss Boss. So I was just great. Say that to I read your comment. It is. It's a smack in those kids' face. It's a stomp on the kids. Jarvis pled guilty to charges. Was and it's supposed to show where the body is. It didn't say show where the body is. It said be truthful and tell where the body is. So again, y'all go back and read what that says. And like everybody was telling me, read the verbiage. He was saying he ran into Nazia's mom at the store. I guess she's out of jail. He said he was for the peace amongst this unfavorable decision they played. Like people that went through the same thing. No, will never want to tell their story because we know nothing will be done. Boss lady, and that's what it's gonna give Detroit for sure. The city of Detroit, and the trust, it ain't nothing like having a trusting community. If you got a trusting judicial system and stuff, and y'all keep saying Judge Hathaway, he's good, he's good. He's so good. His plea deal would have had an expiration. That's how I feel. If he's so good, why didn't he say, hey, let's not give this too much of, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel, They didn't know this case was going to get this much attention. Can you imagine the real life trauma these children have for memories? Man, I can't fathom it. Shannon wasn't in court. Annette was with police present. Jarvis was made to take masks down, and there was an outburst in court. Jarvis and a witness. What you mean, Sean? Sean, come up real quick before I get out of here. If you can. Let me see if Debo D's. Let me check on him. Let me see what this says. I think everybody wants to send that TikTok and stuff. Goddess, I don't know what you sent. Let me see.
Let me have a go. Oh, no way, no way.
Hold on, y'all. Hey, Sean, what's going on, sister?
Hello, Ms. Parker. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you elaborate on what you were saying in the chat, love?
Well, this morning, I've already talked to you a while back when this case first started, I believe about some people that I did know. So, this morning before court even got started, I received a message that the courtroom was packed and it was all witnesses. Um, like pretty much kind of standing room only. I'm only going to repeat what was told to me. But before all the news even came out, I knew that he had taken the plea and he was supposed to have gone to show where he took Naziah. And 7 Mile and Berg Road was the area. Also, he was instructed to take his mask either off or pull it down. And, because the judge was not going to allow him to be with muffled because when his mask is up, he sounds muffled. Um, I did ask was Shannon there. I was told no. Annette was there, but she had police presence. I don't know if she was outside of the courtroom or inside. I didn't ask that. But
Not police presence.
yes, she was
Girl,
escorted. She was escorted to her car to and from court. Um that's pretty much it.
so they called Annette, but they didn't call Debo.
Not that part, I don't know. I don't know. I'm
Well,
only
they said
telling
Debo knew
you.
from the news. He found out from the news.
Yeah,
He
cuz
said
I
no to
I heard I heard part of his story on Toots Live and I didn't understand that myself. I didn't understand that part myself.
So the
But
victims have to find out from the news. Okay. But the person that was, you know what I'm saying, that she ran away from, she gets to find out and come in with police protection, but they couldn't protect Naziah. You get what I'm saying? Go ahead,
yes,
Sean.
yes, yes. But I'm not happy with this case and the reason why I'm not happy with the outcome, I don't know if he went to 7 Mile and Bird, you know what I'm saying? But I haven't gotten word on that. But it was supposed to happen like around noon. But I'm not happy with it because you have all these babies that came in. Oh, the outburst. The outburst. That was between um one of the witnesses and him. That witness shouted out something to Jarvis, and Jarvis shouted something back out to that witness. I can't say it on live, but the courtroom got cleared out. Um, Now fast forward and as far as
Sean, call
me,
me after the live too. Call me.
well, you have to send me your number.
I'm gonna
Me,
put it in the bag.
I'm not happy with the outcome of it because it's like you had all these babies come to tell their story, and it's like all of them was dismissed except for what 6 charges. I think he's up on 6 charges or something. It's either 4 or 6, but there's a lot of witnesses. A lot. I did ask, was there anyone there for him? And I was told no. And um, I even asked about the angel, the lady he was staying with, Angel. They
The
said
alleged
nobody
wife.
was. Yep, they said nobody was there for him. But they did tell me that the courtroom was packed. And this person is accreditable because we're very, very close.
You see my number in the back chat?
Um,
See where it say private
yes,
chat?
yes, I
Okay,
see it.
see my number. Dang, Sean.
And I kept asking the person I'm close with. I was like, oh, I'm watching social media, people stuff on social media right now. I'm like, can I say anything? And she was like, well, it's all over Facebook, but as I listen and I watch, I'm like, that's not what I was told. That's not what I was told. And this person was in actual court. So,
Mm-hmm.
and she don't have no reason to lie.
Jesus, take the wheel.
But he's not
Take.
getting out. For people who say, "Oh, he's gonna walk," he's not getting out. He's never ever getting out. He's not.
Okay.
So we can wipe our brow on that one. But Jarvis Butts, it's a wrap on him. I just don't like that it sounds like they dismissed the other charges for the some of the cases. I just don't like that. And the wording, dumped, that he dumped her somewhere. It's like dumped. We want to know exactly where she's at. But like I said, I was told that he was supposed to go today to Bergen 7 Mile to show where exactly he took her. And it was
Mm.
supposed to have happened around noonish in Michigan, in Detroit. Now, whether it happened or not, I don't know.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate the update. Thank you for that.
You are welcome and salute everybody.
Yes, call me Sean.
Okay.
Um, I'm getting off of here, guys, because I want to get ready for Shanks Live and stuff for Bree. Um, the day keeps getting even more emotional, and stuff like that. I appreciate you guys for coming through, and like I said, shout out to you guys for showing up and always showing out, being a voice for Nazaya and the other victims, and for people that are victims in the chat. Prayers for y'all, and still be a voice and a light for the future of the other kids and stuff, the future of our children, to be able to speak up and stuff. He's going live at 8 with Bree. Look, Chuck said, dang, I want to know what was happening in court. Okay. I'm going to keep that private and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I've talked to Sean in the past and stuff, and it was pretty sad with our conversation and how things went. But I understand Shannon should be locked up for lying and knowing about it. Yeah. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the content creators. This has been one hell of a ride for us. And to me, I don't think the ride is over with. I have faith. My gut is telling me that this is not the end of the Nazaya Harris story, that it's going to be more to come. Just wait. Keep the faith. Okay? Prayers for Brooklyn. Prayers for Debo. You guys. Prayers. Y'all got to pray for them. Prayers for Janaya. Prayers for Nazaya. Prayers for JW. Prayers for MJ. And any other victims that spoke out against Jarvis. Prayers for them. Okay? She said, I have some stuff that keeps replaying in my head. Miss Portia, I get it. I trust me. It's a lot. You get what I'm saying? Prayers for all Moj. Yes. Y'all drop some purple hearts and pink hearts in the chat. Justice for the victims of Jarvis Butts. Justice for the victims of Shannon and Annette. Your day will come. See, don't forget, like they said, God is in control, and it's still justice for all the victims.
Miss Parker, the YouTube star, lighting up the screen, you know who you are. Bringing news you can use and a laugh or two. She's got the facts, the fun, and the realest view. With a voice so smooth and a smile so bright, she's shining like a beacon in the darkest night. Deep dives on the stories that really matter. She's breaking it down, cutting through the chatter. Pop and stay a while, you'll feel right at home. She's got a little something for everyone. With a heart so big and an attitude strong. Miss Parker's where you know you belong. She's an advocate, a friend, a voice for the unheard. Asking all the questions, never missing a word. Or a second to none. She's blazing like the sun. Miss Parker, the only one. She's got the news to amuse and the truth to reveal. Digging for the answers, keeping it real. For those who need a champion. With every upload, she's making a change, bringing people together no matter the range. So hit that subscribe, don't miss a beat. Miss Parker's got the content that can't be beat. Questions we all have, she's not afraid to ask. Uncovering the story, she's up to the task. With a laugh, a wink, and a spirit so true, Miss Parker's got the magic and she's sharing it with you. Pop in, stay a while, you'll feel right at home. She's got a little something for everyone. With a heart so big and an attitude strong. Miss Parker's where you know you belong. She's an advocate, a friend, a voice for the unheard, asking all the questions, never missing a word or a second to none. She's blazing like the sun. Miss Parker, the only one. So here's to Miss Parker, the star of the show, bringing light to the world everywhere she goes. Tune in, stay tuned, you'll never be the same. Miss Parker, remember the name. Miss Parker, remember the name.
Shine, come up. My bad, y'all. Shine, come back up here. I'm gonna drop the link so I can give it to you. I can still see my screen when I'm playing my music. I just be sitting here looking at other stuff on my phone. I seen your comment in the chat while the music was playing. Sorry, y'all. Connect your mic, Sean. Connect your camera and then turn it off, because I know it's you. Oh, just look back there in the chat. Can you look back there in the chat? I think you can still type to me. Oh, there you go. You see it back there?
I got your number now. I had to go back. I'm like, I don't know how to work this.
Right. Oh, yeah. So call me, Sean. I'm done.
Okay.
Okay. Y'all have a
Bye-bye.
good one. Y'all, yeah. Like Giselle said, have faith. It's not over. It's not over. I think all the questions need to go to the mayor and the chief of police, like they said. I don't, you know what I'm saying? All that shit, like, hey, King Out of Baby, but who am I to tell y'all to ask questions to? But I just think that questions should go to the proper authorities at this point. You know, my question is, why did the plea have an expiration date, and why did Kim Worthy say that others will be charged and they haven't been? Those are the questions that need to be answered and stuff. And why did y'all wipe away some of the victims' charges and stuff like that? But hey, who am I? You know, I know Portia. Everybody's is. Trust me, I know. Salute everybody.